Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pastor Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, baby. And we go ahead and lick and we'll get rich today. Rich, bitch.
Gravy, gang! What is going on, everybody? It's Past Gravy, episode 613. Happy Gravy Day to you and yours. I don't know where to go from there. Pat confused me because he said he heard dogs barking.
They both have headphones on, and they see me laughing. They look and go, "What?" And I go, "You hear those dogs barking?" They go, "No, of course you fucking don't. You got headphones on."
I thought you were making fun of Robert's ad. I was like, Robert did a great job on that
There's
read.
legit been dogs barking the entire fucking time. I don't know where, if they're in the...
There's an apartment complex over there, so
There's a
maybe
lot
people
of
are
dogs
walking
barking,
them.
and I got...
No, I get it.
I'm a dog guy.
Well,
I'm
no,
easily
but you say
distracted by
dogs,
puppies.
and I'm like, I want to see.
I want to know who let the dogs out.
Well, obviously, it was the Baja Men. Hey, we are having fun today.
This is gonna
on
be a weird
Past
one.
the Gravy. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one. But yeah, Houston Clothing Swap. Excited about that. I saw there was some vegan food trucks, and I'm not a vegan, but I'm gonna try some vegan food.
Dude, the food looks so good.
It does.
As long as it tastes good, that's all that matters.
Yeah,
They had like a chili Frito pie. Like,
that's what caught my eye.
kind of like actual looking pie, not just like corn chips and stuff on it. Actual looking pie. There's
Yeah.
some tamales out there too.
It's gonna be sick.
You had me at tamale.
Gonna be sick. All right, well,
shirt.
let's start the pod with this. Robert is officially safe from having to grab a cop's gun or raise chickens. Congratulations.
And I was sending you guys, like, I was thinking maybe I'll raise some chickens. I was sending you guys the Home Depot gift card apron fits chickens. I'm
He
like,
was getting cocky, is what he was doing.
I'm gonna play with some chickens.
So yeah, we got two more mock drafts left. Robert won last week. He is officially not going to be in last place. So it'll be either me or Pat having to do the grab the cop gun or raise chickens.
I really thought... I don't know why I thought there was no chance I was going to be here when I'm always in last in these. I can't help it. I can't stop picking weird shit.
I don't know, man. But I realized that Pat and I both finished with the exact same percentage in the voting, and I was trying to sort out mock drafts for today. We're going to do a mock draft of jersey numbers. That was pretty wide open. That'll be a fun one. And I texted Pat, and I was like, we're going to have to just do a coin toss. And Pat's reply to the group chat was, good, I got a good coin for that. And I just wanted, like, I waited until the podcast, so I almost replied back. But I was like, what constitutes as a good coin? I'm not saying that there's not a good coin, but you were just like, I've got a good coin, and it was fast. It was a very fast response. Like, this guy, he's got a coin in his wallet.
It's a, what is this, a 50 cents or a dollar coin?
Dollar coin.
I don't know. It's my lucky
Let's see that
coin.
bad boy.
I've had it since, my dad gave it to me in like elementary school, and I've carried it ever since.
Well, now that makes me wonder, do we want to use his lucky coin?
I also
with
have a
coin
backup
flip?
good coin.
How do I know that's not your backup? lucky
Hold on.
coin?
I think you're going to like this more. Feel the weight on that one.
Right, but this is your backup lucky coin, and these are both leaning towards you.
You
Right.
can call
Is
it.
there a
more
conflict of
familiar.
interest there?
Is it a conflict of interest? A lot of people are saying. I thought we would just get the change out of this couch or the floor. There's a penny right here. Oop, it's on heads. Mine. Now it's my lucky penny.
Well, I don't want to use that one then.
Well, good. I have a quarter, and it's not lucky at all. It's just
But it's coming out of his pocket. All right. Now, see, this just opens
it's
wormholes.
because I had a quarter. And I saw it after I texted you, and I was like, here, I'll put this in here.
You can use whatever you want, buddy.
I think we had to go out and ask coworkers.
Yeah, Robert, you're going to have to go find somebody when we get into the comeback. Say, like, hey, do you got a quarter on you? All right, cool. Why? Because we need it.
We need a neutral coin.
We need to just...
The fuck is a neutral coin?
We don't want home
worry
coin
about it.
advantage. Hey, weird coinery, all right? This is a big deal. Somebody might have to grab a cop's gun and die. It's very likely that this coin could determine
damn it, I
who
keep forgetting
goes to jail. That'd be great street cred for the pod.
Oh, see, the thing that I'm worried about is I've said from the beginning, I've got the plan. I have friends that are cops. What if they tell me no?
Which they very likely could, because they
And
may have
should.
to have body cams, and you can't just be like, ha-ha, I pretend to let people grab my gun sometimes.
I was going to grab it while they're in uniform.
think they have to be in uniform.
Nah, we never stipulated that. But that's the thing. If they say no, I still need to grab their gun because I'm not going to do it to a random cop. I'd rather my friend and be like, listen, because I figure once I get my hands on it, okay, that sounded ominous.
Yeah.
I'm not going to point it at them, but they can't do anything because then I'd be like, well, I'll just report you for letting a civilian grab your gun. See?
Right.
I have to blackmail one of my friends.
That's really where you get them at.
I'm just going to win these next two, and
that's all you got to do. Just win 2.
Or
win
one, and then
that.
Robert win the other one, and then we have a runoff. Not literally, because I don't run, but
mock draft season is stressful. Like
maybe then one of us will have to distract
having to
the
come
cop
up with,
while the other one grabs it.
Like
It's very stressful.
We do it because I feel like it's entertaining. I feel like people like it. I like the comments. I like people talking shit about who picked what, and like I love that there's people that entirely depend, like they pick on just one, and it's like that's the first overall pick, obviously. Like anything with bacon, it's like you can't use bacon. Like it was like breakfast food draft. It's like obviously bacon is 1.
Bacon is king.
But if you base your voting on 1-1, it's like no one else had a chance the whole time. Like I get you get like it's a team.
You
it's a
say
team
that,
effort.
but there's a lot of times where we fuck up pick 1-1.
Oh yeah. But there's certain ones where it's like such an obvious 1-1 that was like we can't do that one.
Yeah, we're still dumb and can
Yeah, we're dumb.
miss
We're
that.
dumb. We're dumb, but sometimes we're so dumb that like we outdumb ourselves. If that makes sense.
I think we consistently outdumb ourselves.
Because we're so dumb. But we're smart enough to know that we're dumb, which sort of makes us
but yet we
smart,
still keep
but
doing
not
dumb
smart.
shit.
Because we're not. I'm an idiot, but like I'm aware that I'm an idiot, and that's the worst kind of idiot is the idiot that doesn't realize that they're an idiot, that thinks they're smart.
It's just dumbception.
Yeah, exactly. Moving on. Okay, so we know what a good coin is. It just looks
I think
cool.
it's got, like,
it feels good.
It's just a special coin. I think it's got to have a little bit of heft to it too, so it's got to be a bigger coin. I think it's got to be bigger than a quarter.
All right.
Like even like a Sacagawea, it's too small.
Really?
Special good coin's got to be a big coin. Like, cause what if someone was like, dude, I've got
a big one.
I've got a special coin. No, that was just a little golden quarter, right? That was
It's
$1.
a little bigger than a quarter.
Well, it's $1, yeah.
But it was like the same size as a fucking quarter.
But it was
No,
gold.
It was bigger than a
okay.
quarter.
Calm down, Trump.
What does he like gold? Who doesn't
Well, he
like?
likes yeah.
Who doesn't like gold? I bet he doesn't like Sacagawea.
I don't know anyone that doesn't like gold.
Yeah,
I know, but I'm just saying it's not big enough.
gold's
That was
pretty
my point.
popular.
I think it's got to be a big coin for it to be special. Imagine if someone was like, I've got this real special coin, and they brought out a dime. You'd be like, I don't respect you
I
anymore.
would just say, I win the coin
Who the
toss
fuck?
there.
Who
I beat the fuck out of you in this
who
coin
holds
toss.
on to a dime? It's 10 cents.
Unless you can't find anything but a dime when you're looking to do a coin toss, then like get the fuck out of here.
You know, a famous man or a great man once famously said, I need a dime.
That's top of the line.
Cute face.
Little waist. Little big
Big
behind. Call it pop, Bubba Sparks.
Shout out us in high school.
Booty, 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 rocking everywhere.
Back when real music was being
Yeah.
made.
Yeah. That was back when things were pure.
How'd we fucking get here?
All right.
Yeah.
I was on my way in today, and I had 2 thoughts that I just jotted down. Speed bumps. More like speed between these bumps.
I don't speed between them.
Yeah, you do.
I dart between them. I don't speed.
When
I'm not
you're-
accelerating.
When you're doing your speeding in between speed bumps.
I'm not speeding though. I'm usually going.
But if you
Under.
are speeding, not in a parking lot, like when you leave the speed bump, that's when you speed on the road. Then you get back and you stop. You speed between the bumps.
I thought you meant like when you're in a parking lot and there's 2 bumps and you try and split between them.
Oh no.
Okay, I didn't understand.
Only an
anything of what you
idiot would
said
do
then.
that. I mean, it was a stupid thought anyways, but I was just like, a speed bump seems like I'm speeding over this bump, and it's like I get it to make you stop, but it's more like a speed stop.
I think the way you're saying it is should be a speed after bump. Because after you hit the bump, you speed away.
But also before, because how'd you get to the speed bump? By speeding
But you
there.
have to slow down.
You had to slow down, but you were speeding before you were there if you were on the highway and stuff.
You ever just think of how scary a place Alex's brain is?
It's not a
All the
great.
time.
Like I had a friend message me yesterday about his
dark.
theory of how Indiana Jones is actually a way down descendant of Han Solo,
Probably.
and the Ark of the Covenant was really just spice that he was smuggling, but over the years it fermented in the box and killed everyone. His brain I still don't find as scary as yours.
I mean, I think honestly, I'd like to have him on the pod because I feel like that's a great discussion we could have.
I don't know if we can trust him on the pod.
Probably couldn't trust him on the pod.
He's my best friend. You know him. He's a fucking psychopath.
Okay. Yeah, we couldn't trust him to play Xbox with us. Remember when we streamed for a little bit? I saw it was like 6 years ago. It was the Warzone nuke event, and did it right before we recorded a podcast, and we got a dub. It was awesome. But it was from my point of view, and I think you had all the kills. So it was just like, ha! There's Alex following and missing people.
Passenger princess, baby.
Yeah, that's
Somebody's
what I
gotta do
did.
it.
But I contributed somewhat. Moral support.
Vibes.
Moral support and vibes. I'm a great vibes guy. Another thing I thought of today, when I was on my way in, I saw a Jeep. I know Jeeps have ducks. I learned that recently, that like ducks is a big Jeep thing. What's up? I'm in a Jeep. Wave is a thing. Making your Jeep a zombie response vehicle is a thing. And then ducks. And I think they give each other ducks. But there was a Jeep that had probably 20 ducks in the front console. And it just made me think, like, dude, if that guy ever gets in a wreck, that is chaotic as fuck. Like, I know they're probably stuck down, but if you get in a wreck hard enough, there's just 20
Dude,
ducks.
they're all over the road.
There's just 20 ducks flying at you.
You don't have doors. You probably don't have a roof.
This one did. So it would just be hitting you and your passengers. Like, this is just shrapnel.
Oh, the glass shatters and then they go flying.
If it's a Jeep, dude, there's probably shatterproof glass, bro. They can park on a rock. They probably can't break that glass.
Oh, they most definitely can. Well, half of them, if they have the removable doors, it's just that, like, do they still make the canvas ones?
Yeah.
I
don't know if they
remember,
still
like,
do.
I had a
still
couple
see 'em.
friends that had them in high school. Those were cool.
Yeah, you just had to like take everything you had in your car out of it unless you wanted it stolen because you just had a knife and you're like, and I'm in.
And that was in prime people stealing stereo eras too. So
Yeah. Remember I had the thing, you had to like pop it off, put it in your pocket. No one's going to steal this.
No, my radio. Yeah, no, I mean, they get in a wreck. There's ducks all over the highway.
Chaos. But yeah, I don't know. That's what like they had a bunch of different multicolored ducks. I was like, that's probably a sick collection, unless you get in a wreck.
Do you get to repurpose the ducks, or do you have to start over after a wreck?
I think after a wreck, you have to start over. I don't think you're like, it's like obviously these are bad luck ducks.
They probably use the ducks like as markers all over the highway for all the evidence. Like, sorry, these are police inventory now.
This is a dark place I'm going.
Darkwing Duck.
Shout
out.
But you know how like on the side of the road, if there was an accident and someone perished, sometimes they'll put the cross there.
I think I like where you're going.
Do they have to include the ducks in the cross?
Do they make a cross out of the ducks?
Well, better thought. like a totem pole cross.
Or do they just like make the cross and then put a duck bill on the cross? I think a Jeep owner would enjoy that. They die doing what they love, and the tribute is also what they love.
I feel like we've talked about it on the podcast before, but do you remember Celebra ducks?
Oh, yeah.
Instead of bobbleheads?
The Trump duck that I almost bought?
Yeah, okay. So we did talk about it on the podcast. I was like, I have a Brett Hull one.
We should make a hat that looks like one of those ducks, and it's the bill, and for Jeep owners. We just sell it to Jeep guys. They can wear their duck hat inside their Jeeps.
Can we do that?
We might actually finally make some money.
By making some ducks.
Duck hats. Duck hats for Jeep owners.
No one's thought of it. No one's ever thought of this.
Have you ever seen a Jeep owner wearing a duck hat?
No, but that doesn't mean it's not out there.
I've had friends that have owned Jeeps. Never once have they mentioned to me about duck hats.
But I do like about Jeep owners is like they will have Jeep shirts. They'll drive.
They're the car version of Harley guys.
Like I drive a Harley. Yeah, I know. All of your clothes say Harley on them.
Every last thing of them.
You
wearing a
look
Harley bandana, a Harley leather
Harley
jacket,
Davidson store threw up on you.
Harley tank top, Harley chaps.
Yeah, you have leather every day, and it is 112 degrees.
Hey, safety first.
Safety first.
Except for not wearing a helmet.
You don't want a road rash.
I'll smash my head against the ground, but I don't want an owie on my bum bum.
All right. What else I got? Let's go with. I had an idea. You want my idea pitch?
Yes.
All right. You go to a business meeting, but you want to carry some stuff with you, and maybe just your pockets are enough. Say you got some USB drives. You got to do a PowerPoint. Robert does PowerPoints all the time. Say you like, I have a meeting.
I think they're called decks, dude.
decks.
That's like
guess
the business world. They're
that's
like,
what they
I
call
need you to prepare a deck. I found out like 2 years ago that's just a
All right.
PowerPoint. It pissed me off really bad.
Yeah.
It's like a rundown.
You can just call it a fucking PowerPoint. That's what I make.
Yeah, like look, dude, dumb it down for me here. So yeah, say you just got a bunch of stuff, but you like, didn't have enough room to carry it. You got your phone, your wallet, your keys, all those things. Robert carries around cash with him all the time. His pockets are filled to the brim with cash, so he has no room. But you need more pockets. Classy cargo pants. We just call them freighters. That's the freight you're carrying.
How do you make cargo pants classy?
You
just say that they are
Yeah.
because they're a different name.
Yeah. You
They're
make them
looking-
more like straight fitting. They're like
Why are you
mesh.
wearing cargo pants? No, babes. And then you like turn and show the label. These are freighters.
These are freighters, baby.
Oh shit, I'm wet now.
Yeah.
That's how it's just gonna work.
Pretty much.
It's
So-
like putting. So you know what it is? We need Gucci to make them.
No. What all of like the hot thing is now is it's got to be stretchy, and you just get the stretchy pants that are just like you make them khaki, so they look like khaki dress pants, but they're stretchy and they're kind of like athletic-y.
Mm-hmm.
But then you just put like cargo shorts or cargo pockets right there, but you like make them a little bit smaller. They're not the big bulky ones that you would see on the shorts or the regular pants. They're just kind of like, oh, another little pocket, but it's got a little cargo thing on it, like a little button. But it's like a white button and not like the brown button that looks like, oh, this guy's going to the jungle. It's this guy is at a meeting and he means business.
Counter. Instead of the cargo pants,
All right.
what if we make just classy? God damn it! I just lost the name. Fanny packs. Dressed up fanny
Just
packs.
Fanny packs
that go with dress suits.
I like that idea. But you know what you could also do is just put your fanny pack in your cargo pocket.
It's a pocket inside of a pocket.
Yeah, if you were carrying a lot of stuff.
It's pocketception.
Yeah. Can't have too many pockets.
I agree. I never got why people shit on cats. They're like, oh, they're ugly. Why are they ugly? They're functional.
Oh, because in case shit breaks down and like you need me to carry your things, I got extra room. Got it.
Babe, I don't want you wearing cargo pants. I'm also going to hand you 9 things to carry for me during the night.
Can you hold
Well,
my
that's
phone?
one or the other.
Can you hold my wallet? I didn't bring my purse.
Well, my shoes. God. You know, this would be a perfect time if I had 8 pockets.
And you could be at like a nice dinner.
I could.
Don't
think
worry.
About this, ladies.
I have room for that, babe.
Don't focus on if you think your guy's cargo pants are ugly. Focus on how much shit you can make him carry for you. You don't need to carry a purse if he's got all of your lipstick and everything in coordinated. You could coordinate the pockets for him.
Yep.
You get to choose whether the guy doesn't care. Guys just want pockets.
That's all we really need.
We're simple.
And
I don't
we
know
could-
why pockets make me happy, but they do.
We could make women versions of freighters. What kind of freight are you carrying? It's like what's in your wallet, but what freight are you carrying today? And it's like
Those are
I
called
carry
curbs.
my like that's that first commercial. It's just like I like to carry my watch when I'm not wearing it. I like to carry dog treats when I take the dog out. Sometimes when I take the dog for a walk, I'll keep the ball in my freighters. Freighters. What's your freight?
All right, now I'm 100% in as soon as you said dog treat pocket.
Yeah.
I do need an excuse to carry dog treat. I met a corgi yesterday. Didn't have a cookie for it.
If you had an extra pocket, you can use it for whatever, but if you wanted to use
There will be a dog
and
treat.
luckily you have 2 cargo pockets there. And again, they're classier. They're not as wide, as big as the other ones, so you can't carry as much stuff, but you can still use another pocket. What about your back pockets?
I sit on those.
You know what that does for your posture?
I'll crush the dog treats if they're in my back pocket.
Then you're giving what? You want a dog to think you just got crumbs with you?
No,
thank
that's
you.
classy. Okay, I'm 100% in.
Yeah, freighters.
Freighters, let's do it. TM.
TM,
Copyright.
verbal trademark.
Whatever the right thing to say here is.
Robert, can we make this pants on the store?
Duck hats, freighter pants.
We're gonna be rich.
We can add some pockets to some pants.
Can you message the people that make our stuff and be like, hey, so we have this idea, like we don't do stuff like that you request. Do you think you could sew another set of pockets on all of these pants and make them khaki?
You guys don't love money?
Well, we got $1 million idea. We're willing to cut you in on it.
Do you think the next iteration we include zippers like around the knee area?
That's for summer, yeah.
This summer.
Not this
So
summer.
then you can take
We
the,
got to let
pant
them.
leg off.
I had those in like elementary and junior high, and those were my favorite pants.
Dude, as a
I've
little
ever
kid, they
owned.
fucking rocked.
God, like all around. Because guess what? Texas, a lot of times, cold in the morning. By 11 o'clock, it's hot.
Yeah.
I'm in school. I'm in fourth period. Zip those knees open. Let the knees breathe.
I get bored in class. Guess what I'm doing? Taking half of my pants like that.
Pat, weren't you wearing pants earlier? Yeah. Now they're shorts.
Why? What did you do? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Teach.
What'd you learn in school? Nothing. I was too busy zipping up and unzipping my pants all day.
Zippers are awesome. That's what I learned.
Zippers and pockets. That's what we love. Turns out guys are into fashion.
No, but so what we do is we have the zipper pocket or the zipper shorts version. That's next year's line. This year we get it ready and people are like, you're right, this is good, but if like the only thing that could be better is like if in the summer while it's hot and I'm wearing my freighters, they're like, you know, like maybe it's a picnic I'm going to. If I had just like classy cargo pants, that boom, you could zip them off.
If these had existed years ago, I would not have had to take my knife and cut open my jeans at one of our Pass the Gravy events.
Yeah. Could have just worn your freighters.
I could have worn my freighters. Son
Freighters 2.0,
mm-hmm.
which hasn't come out yet. We haven't come out with 1.0 yet, but 1.0 is coming. Just get ready. And then, like sweat. We make suits, freighters suits.
So many pockets.
Can you imagine? Like I know on my wedding day, like I had the Invisalign, so I wanted to take the Invisalign out for the pictures. I had to have my mom hold my. I was like, "Hey, will you hold the retainer case? Will you just put this in your purse?"
Mommy, can you hold my retainer?
It was Invisalign, not a retainer like that. But I was like, "Here, will you hold this? I don't have room for it." I could have had a little cargo pocket, perfect. But it would have been classy cargo pocket. Classy cargo. That's what I'm saying, guys. That's what we're gonna revolutionize the fashion industry.
This is probably your best idea.
I think so too. Yeah. See, you thought
I
my
shit
brain
on
was
a lot
stupid.
of them. I started to shit on it, but you convinced me. You talked me in.
Yeah, well, great businessman. What you guys got?
Came across this question this week. If you had one movie, one album, and one food, that's all you could like have for the rest of your life. If you're listening to music, it's just that album. Anytime you want to watch a movie, it's that. Anytime you want to eat the food, what are you picking?
Food is pizza.
But here's the thing. I think to make it fair, you can't pick like, okay, now you get all pizzas. You got to pick like
pepperoni pizza. I go pepperoni pizza.
Okay. Solid, safe bet.
I can eat pepperoni pizza anytime, anywhere. You said movie?
Mm-hmm. Because I was torn. When I first heard it, I was like, immediately I go either Godfather 1 or 2. They're perfect movies, but then you think about it, you're like, I don't get comedy for the rest of my life.
Right. See, I've always said my Desert Island Movies or I Love You, Man, and Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I feel like right now I would go I Love You, Man.
That's great. I was also thinking like Other Guys. You get action, you get comedy, all that good stuff. Pretty much any Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Goodfellas, great.
Goodfellas
that's up
would
there
be
too.
good.
See, that's the thing is like it's hard to not pick a mob movie as a guy.
Right, but I'd go I Love You, Man. And then album, I want to say I Am Loving You from the Avett Brothers, but it gets a little sad at times, and maybe I'm not feeling that. An album that I think is the greatest album of all time is Rumors from Fleetwood Mac, and that's got a little bit of everything in it. You know, you want to, you could go your own way. You could secondhand news. You could get a little sad and a little ballady with it, and like you could do it all. So I would go Rumors from Fleetwood Mac, pizza, and I Love You, Man.
I think I would take cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger rocks.
Like, cause like you could go steak, but like that's kind of expensive.
And you're gonna get full on steak. Like I like steak, but if I had to have steak,
well, in the way I pictured it, was like a
every day, all
meal
the
of
time.
like steak, asparagus, and mashed potatoes.
okay.
'Cause you have to have a meal, but still, like that's fucking expensive to eat steak every single day. Burger, you can get the same burger from 20 different places.
pretty good.
But burger, lettuce, tomato, pickle, onion, boom, you're good.
Okay.
Movie, I think I gotta go Goodfellas. You get the mob, you get the action, you do get
Goodfellas is
comedy
good.
in that movie. You get and it's like a perfect movie. Album, I think I gotta go the Mark Tom and Travis show, the live Blink 182 album.
That's good. Because I was thinking Blink 182, but I just I don't know what I'd pick. There's so many of them.
Because like I was also thinking like Zeppelin 1, or really Zeppelin 2 or Zeppelin 3 or anything. But some of like the older albums, they were short albums. I was thinking Stadium Arcadium. That's a huge album by Red Hot Chili Peppers. You got a funk, all that different stuff. But like Red Hot, Mark Tom and Travis show, you also get comedy in there too.
All right.
Great songs. It's good. You do have some sad songs in there too, because sometimes that's what you're in the mood for. You want to hear a sad song. Shit. as I was thinking about this, I completely forgot about country. You know, we're just gonna stick with Part-Time Travis.
Country is a good one to give up. Robert, what would you go with?
Whoa, shut your mouth.
Out of the genres, you would get country is probably a bottom tier genre.
Yeah.
You don't know shit about dick.
I think I do. I work on a radio station.
What genre do you guys play?
We
Not
talk
country.
about- we
Okay,
talk
you're a
about
fucking
lot of the
hater.
genres.
You're a fucking hater.
I actually work in a cluster.
Robert, what
of
about
many.
you?
So
In
you
your
guys
Foo
went-
Fighters shirt. That's perfect.
Pizza and burger. So I'll do something different. I'll do like fajita quesadillas.
Okay.
Great pick.
Good pick.
Great pick. It was really hard to not go tacos.
Yeah. I go fajita quesadillas.
But again, he was specific with the quesadillas because
Yeah.
you could change it up. Like a taco, you could have to go
Well,
that
I
same
mean,
taco.
I probably would have said like barbacoa tacos with green sauce, cilantro, and onion.
The
One-
burrito tacos, quesadilla from Kobo's.
Stop it. You're going to give me a boner.
And you'll be able to really see in those shorts.
No, see, they're also, that's the
right.
thing I didn't tell you, Freighters, boner proof. You can hide your boners.
It's got an elastic band around the waist for you to just tuck it right
They
there.
have a boner, but they just don't see it. Yep. All right.
Movie, I think I would go Into the Spider-Verse. It was a really good movie that I like. When it first came out, I didn't know what to expect. By the time it finished, I'm like, I was blown away.
Top tier
rocks.
Spider-Man movie all time.
Yes.
Like it's up there with, it's probably a top 2 Spider-Man movie all time.
Yes, I think so. And one album, I'm gonna go Linkin Park's Meteora.
Ooh, great answer.
All right. That's a good call.
Any of like the first 3 Linkin Parks would be great answers. That's the thing about the album. There's so many good ones out there.
The
Yeah.
new one's pretty good too. But yeah, the other ones are better. Robert, you posted a thing last year that was your recap of all the movies that you watched.
Yeah.
Is that on Letterboxd?
Is that
No,
like
I
a
just do it. I
movie
just do it.
recap?
I just spreadsheet myself.
Really?
Yeah.
I recently got into the Letterboxd game, but like I don't follow anybody and I don't want anybody to follow me, but it is absolutely electric to find.
I don't know what that is.
So you watch, it's pretty much you can just review movies and it keeps track of what you've reviewed movies as. So like I don't like being like, I didn't like that movie, but like if I'm watching it by myself, I don't have a problem reviewing it. And I haven't watched a lot of movies this year. I've done more shows than anything. But you can see like if you're trying to find a movie to watch, it's like what's popular this week? What's this? What do I like? Like my activity, I mostly just give 4 and 5 stars on everything.
Yeah, I'd be horrible. I don't know how to review things. Like even when people are like, how's the food? I'm like, fucking great. I don't know how to go into detail on things. I've been telling you guys for like 2 months now. I've been rewatching X-Files. The only thing I've said to anybody was, dude, it totally holds up.
The only
That's a
movies
very high
I've
rate.
seen this year that like I've sat down and like rented or watched were Gladiator 2, Goodfellas, and we watched Riff Raff on Friday. I gave it a 2.5. Don't listen to my reviews. My reviews mean nothing. But it's fun to just be like, oh, that one wasn't good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go talk shit about a movie, but like now at the end of the year, I can be like, that was the worst movie I saw this year.
I'm in the same boat where I've seen more shows than movies this year. I've seen 7 movies. The lowest rated one I gave was 2.5 for Captain America: Brave New World. I just thought it was really mid. 2.5 out of 5.
See, I feel like
fine.
2.5 I felt mean because it had like everybody in it. It had like Bill Murray was in it, Pete Davidson was in it, Jennifer Coolidge was in it. It was, and then a bunch of other famous people were in it.
Every time I
don't
hear her
remember.
name, I have to fight the urge to do an impression.
And she was,
want it real big.
and she was trying to do like a Jersey accent, so that's kind of made it worse.
It's T-shirt time.
But yeah, I don't know. That was like a new movie, and then all the other movies just looked intense. And then everybody was trying to get me to watch Adolescence, and I've heard that that's not fun to watch.
I've heard good things. It's probably going to be something that we watch.
It doesn't seem like something I can just watch while I'm having a beer.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I don't think so either.
I think I've become the new Robert because you guys talking about this has made me realize I don't watch new movies anymore. All I do is watch the old shit that I've seen 100 times.
I like going and being like, what's new this week that I could watch? And then it's always stuff I'm like, I don't have any interest in watching that.
Also, I found out today I'm not caught up on Marvel. Like, in my head, I swore I had seen the second Black Panther. I saw a clip from it today, and I was like, is this a fan-made trailer or
I
something?
can help you out here. What do you need to know?
What happens in Wakanda Forever?
Oh, obviously, Wakanda takes over Ukraine. They stepped in. They took part of Russia and they took over Ukraine. But they made it cool.
They went to Russia first, then Ukraine?
No, they like took it like they intercepted it from Russia. Like Russia was trying to take it, and then Black Panther's like, no, don't do that. And then they put like a bunch of cool shit in it.
What happened in Loki season 2?
Loki obviously is
On one.
clearly everybody knows.
How are you about like gore?
I don't like gore.
You don't like gore. But what if it's not like it's not scary, but it's just stuff that
I
happens?
like
What if it's
gore
like,
when it's not like hostile.
what if it's
when
like a comedy gore?
Hell yes.
Some of
Hell
them.
yes.
Like that.
What, like Nobody or
that Christmas
Novocaine
movie
or whatever?
Novacam.
No,
Thank you,
I almost
Novocaine.
watched
Okay.
that. I
Yeah.
almost watched that. I should have watched that. He Can't Feel Pain.
Yeah.
Jack Quaid.
Yeah, I didn't realize like well, that guy looks so familiar. And Emma was like, "That's David Quaid's kid or Randy Quaid's kid, whatever. One of the Quaid guys."
It's Huey from The Boys.
I didn't watch The Boys.
Do you like that? See, that's comedy
See,
gore.
I'm more of a Marvel guy.
That's comedy gore.
More of a Marvel guy. Than
No,
anything.
you would 100% be more of a The Boys guy.
But that David Harbour movie,
Ever seen a guy
where
fucking octopus?
he's Santa Claus. Like that's a funny movie.
Yeah.
I mean, not funny.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's
Well,
like gory.
Violent Night or whatever?
Violent Night.
Violent
Yeah.
Night.
All right, this is us talking about movies.
Comedy gore is fun, but like torture gore, I'm not into.
Yeah, me either.
like Saw.
Yeah,
Fuck that
I
shit.
don't wanna
Yeah.
watch that. I'm okay with comedy gore.
I broke up with a girl in middle school because she said I was a pussy for not wanting to watch Saw, and I was like, all right, fuck you. She got pregnant in 9th grade, had to leave school. That's what Saw does to you.
Hey, you dodged a bullet on that one, buddy.
That didn't happen, but all right, what do you got, Robert?
I was like, shit, just airing out this girl's turn.
No, that didn't happen. That made the story better though.
It did.
I am preparing for Switch 2 pre-orders. They were originally going to happen like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but then they got delayed because of tariffs. I'm like, they needed to figure out, are we going to have to raise the price on this already expensive console? So they were put on hold. They're finally happening tonight. Some places are doing midnight ET, which is for us Wednesday 11 p.m. Yeah, so I'm gonna have multiple tabs open for Target, Best Buy, try to get the Switch 2. I think GameStop's doing it the next morning, like at 11 a.m. But I'm just preparing for that and thinking about how I'm gonna have $400 less tomorrow.
I would have guessed it
If
was
you're
way
lucky
more
and
than
can get
400.
it.
Yeah. If
So
I'm
have you
lucky.
contacted the king? You know, Mundo is the
Don't
king.
say his name. Bleep that out.
Well, no, this will be afterwards, so
give
Robert will have already got it.
We don't give it. Yeah, text him right now.
But
I
yeah,
have
that's
not
how
yet.
I
have
got
not
my
yet.
Xbox, and that's how 4 of my friends got their Xbox.
That's how I got my Xbox.
He's the fucking king. Also, shout out fucking him at WrestleMania.
We'll do it. We'll get to that.
Okay,
we'll get
sorry.
to that. Spoiler alert. End of the podcast.
Sorry,
you're
I thought of
listening
him,
to.
and he just
I love
makes
him.
me
He's-
smile. I
he's
love him so
amazing.
much.
2-time Pass Gravy MVP.
That cute face. God,
He's-
what a cutie patootie.
What?
he is.
How is he single? How is he single, ladies? Scoop him
I
up.
don't know. And that dog and his cat, they're good at
Got it all.
puppies. Okay, but yeah, so if you're not able to on round 1, I would say reach out to him.
Yeah.
But bleep his name out, and we do the podcast because like
Yeah. We gotta
Yeah,
protect
he's
our sources.
ours. You guys don't get
he's
to
our
use
connect. Well, like I've always gotten. I think Jeremy that works at the Buzz got a PlayStation from him. Like he can just like he knows the people to get it from.
He's the plug, dude.
He is like a drug dealer, but for Xboxes, and like you're not paying cheap. Like he doesn't like you're not paying like a discount or whatever. He just gets it like the not marked
He's just
up ones.
able to get it.
Because it was like when Xboxes were like $5,000 or whatever it was. They were a lot, and it was like this is the regular price of the Xboxes. Get them. All right, cool. Like I could only get like the half storage one, and he was like, "Nah, I got you."
He's the fucking man.
He's a G. You just gotta go. pick it
But
up.
yeah, having to just look at that bank account and be like,
Yeah.
oh man, all that's gonna go away.
Mm-hmm.
But
Then you calculate how many hours of work it is. That's the worst way to look at it.
no, don't look at it that way. Look at it how many hours you're gonna get of entertainment out of it.
That's true.
That's true.
I spent fucking like $30, like $40 on DLC content for old South Park games last night. I was kind of drunk on my couch, and I was like, "Yeah, I
That's-
could go for this."
That's my problem with like Fortnite skins that I used to do. Now I don't do it, but it'd be like, oh, did you spend $20 to get a fucking baseball bat so you could knock down walls with it?
One of them was
Yeah, but I want like my guy has Crocs now. Like that's cool.
one of the things I bought. It was $1.50. It was just Towley pops up during the video game and says some random shit from time to time. It's so fucking worth it.
Sure.
It's so worth it.
Are you guys ready to spend $100 on GTA 6?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is there what's the ceiling? Where you're like, oh, you'll get it eventually, but not like a
I'm getting it when it comes out.
Yeah, if it was over 150 for the base game, I think I would be willing to go up to 150 for it. Because I'd be like, dude, I'm going to get
It would be a lot.
900 hours of gameplay out of this over the next 10 years.
It's like NFL ticket. It's an insane amount of money that I spend
But
on
you're
it.
gonna-
But I'm like,
You're gonna do it.
But it's worth it.
it brings me, and you know what? It doesn't bring me joy. I'm always in my brain. I'm like, it brings me joy. It's like it makes me want to kill myself or bleep that out. It makes me want to KMS for 90% of the games that I will be watching, which are Giants games. But
you love it.
yeah, I'm just like in an abusive relationship, and I just keep going back.
Love and pain,
But
man.
he's
They
so
go
sweet
together.
to me. They're not though.
Yeah, I know Nintendo got some flack for this because the new Mario Kart game is $80, and so they're the ones going first above 70.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Because the next generation of consoles, that's what the games are going to be. I thought, was it 80 or was it 90? Oh, it's 80 for the digital and 90 for the physical, right?
That got mistaken. That was some other publication. It is just 80 for both.
But still. And also now, like, if I was in my 20s and completely broke all the time, I'd be like, this fucking sucks. And I'm like, I can swing fucking $80 when I want to buy a game.
Yeah, like Grand Theft Auto, I'm gonna get my money's worth out of Grand Theft Auto.
It's amazing how much more money you have when you're not just going to the bars every weekend.
Yeah, just don't have a kid.
Not on the horizon.
I'm just saying, just don't. That bitch in high school did. She ain't playing GTA. All right. Next we got. That was it, huh?
We're moving on.
That was the Precome site. Let's get back to the Comeback Kid and tell you what's back in the news according to us. It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
I wish we could just name the episode that bitch in high school.
Bitch in high school. Our first Comeback Kid this week is WrestleMania, because a lot of people are saying that Pass the Gravy stole the show.
That's what I'm hearing on
That's
X.
what I saw on X, the Everything app, where everybody that is on X is the media, because on Saturday night, my phone was blowing up where people were like, bro, your podcast is on TV. I was like, what do you mean? Oh, yeah. Raymundo and Chris did go to WrestleMania, and Victor, and they did bring all of the Pass the Gravy flags and the Pass the Gravy Wolfpack flag that they made. And, oh, yeah, they did say they were going to try and get on TV. And it was Jay Uso was wrestling on Saturday night, and he walked down the section they were sitting in, and his walk, he stops, and you can just see as he's like doing his whole thing, Raymundo's just waving the Pass the Gravy flag, and I was like, holy fuck, like we got good airtime. It wasn't just like a little bit of airtime. And he got us, I think I said last week, Charlotte Flair years ago was at Raw in the Toyota Center, and he was like on the Jumbotron, and it was just Pass the Gravy podcast, and it was like her doing a finish.
So shout out to anyone if you're here for the first time because you saw that on there.
Welcome, and I hope we haven't already made you hate us.
I hope you made it this far.
But it was like I had friends that I do the Giants podcast with up in New York, and they're like, "Bro, your podcast is on the WWE WrestleMania." I was like, "How? What do you mean?" Because at first, like, I didn't understand. And then Raymundo was like, "So I'm gonna try and get it on right here." And I looked back at all Raymundo's texts. I played at the Xbox for like 4 hours on Saturday night. It was fine. My wife and kid were out of town. That's what I did. So I wasn't looking at stuff. And then I just saw like I had like 18 messages at one point. And then my DMs were like, bro, Pass the Gravy. Dude, are you in Vegas? No, I'm not. But somebody else did that. I'm like, that's cool. Fucking, I don't know. MVP maybe goes for a three-peat here. He tried to turn heel like John Cena did. And I feel like it's hard to top. Like, that's an MVP performance getting us on TV there. He had all the pictures. He printed the flags. He made those flags. Robert, you saw the ones at the golf tournament. Like Raymundo made those. They weren't like although can we make those? Can we make those flags and sell some flags?
Can we make a T-shirt that just has the flag on it?
A T-shirt of Raymundo holding the flag.
I think we could do that. I think we could make flags.
I think we definitely can make flags. Our logo is based off of a flag. Like it is based off of the Come and Take It flag.
That is a good point.
We should just have a flag that is that.
How's it taking us this long?
We used to, and then they stopped making flags on that shitty site that we used before. That didn't.
These new guys
That took
now,
until Christmas to get all of your shit. It was 6 months later. It's like, hey, happy 500th. I was like, that was so long ago. I forgot I ordered these stickers.
Oh, but yeah, dude, every year he does this. He's Mundo, and
He was wearing a Pastor Gravy headband. He was all decked out in PTG gear. He's a real one. If you don't have someone like Raimundo Benavidez in your life,
coming off of back surgery and everything,
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Just
Went to his first like physical therapy today. I was checking on him. I was like, "You still feeling it from Vegas?" I think they stayed for Monday Night Raw last night or 2 nights ago, as we were recording this. But absolute badass getting us on WrestleMania. I know people are like, "Well, you even care about wrestling?" Like, look, dude, if you want to put us on anything that you like, I'm all for it. That's why we need to start selling those PTG flags, and then let's do that. You go to a Texans game, take a Pastor Gravy flag. You go to anything, Pastor Gravy flag. Get us on there. We'll get you.
quinceañera.
Do it.
Pastor Gravy flag.
Do it. Hey, we do the Gravy Day posts every week.
Oh, can we make one in Spanish for quinceañeras? Well, I think it would still, because it's a name, I think it would still just be Pasta Gravy.
Pasta El Gravy. El Paso Gravy.
Okay, that's a shirt idea. A fake gravy jar. It's El Paso Gravy.
El Paso Gravy. That would be a
All
funny
right.
team. All right. But WrestleMania is back, and we were the stars of WrestleMania. Suck it, John Cena.
And Travis Scott. What are you doing in wrestling?
Yeah.
I heard he was involved somehow. I don't remember.
I think he like hit Cody Rhodes or something like that.
Oh, okay.
The nightmare Cody Rhodes.
That's how you're going to rep the H?
But yeah, Raimundo, you rock. Chris, you rock. Victor, you rock. We appreciate you boys repping PTG. Everybody repping PTG. PastorGravyMerch.com. Get your stuff. Rep us wherever you go. If you PastorGravyMerch.com, man, like that's the best way to support it. We don't ask for money from you guys. If you'd like to support the pod, get you a shirt, get you a hat, get you something cool. Mikey Paul. It's just Mikey P. He's actually coming to play Read My Lips on the Rod Ryan show tomorrow against me. He on our Gravy Day post at Pastor Gravy Pod every Wednesday. He posts Happy Gravy Day, everybody. We like to use stuff that you guys send us. If you're wearing Pastor Gravy stuff, send us a picture of you in it doing some cool stuff. We'll throw Gravy Day on it and we'll tag you in it, and it's fun. Like, we appreciate you guys supporting us. The more that you support us, the more we're gonna push you guys out there. So you guys rock. But PastorGravyMerch.com, and shout out to Raimundo. He's a real one. Get you somebody like Raimundo in your life. All right. If the whole world was made of Raimundos,
no wars.
What a world it would be. What a world it would be. Another comeback kid is the Pope. The Pope is back, guys. But by back, I mean dead. But back is talking about the Pope, which is the papacy, I learned this week. I've learned a lot of
Papacy.
Yeah, see, I fucked it up.
Papacy.
It should not be that. The Popeism. I don't know. The papacy doesn't make sense. It sounds stupid.
Pope Tater.
And then people were like, yo, you should watch that movie Conclave. It explains it all. I was like, I'm not going to watch that movie.
I thought about it when it happened, and then I just kept living
It's
my
like
life.
3 hours. I'm not going to watch that. 1, I'm not Catholic. 2, the Pope to me is like Catholic's royal family. Don't care. I'm not saying I'm glad he's dead.
He's
I'm not
more
saying
like,
that. R.I.P. to the Pope, Pope Francis. I also didn't know. Did you know you could just change your name when you're the Pope?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Don't you think that'd be dope?
No, because they had to change. Like, they picked like the same 10 names.
You could be Pope Eli the First.
Pope Alex. Pope Alex the Great.
You got to change your name.
Pope Gravy King.
I guess you get to pick your name. You can do it. I
Yeah.
don't think they can. You're the head of the church at that point. I don't think they're allowed.
And then if they
can
say
stop you.
shit, you're like, God told me to do that. And they're like, I don't really have a response to that.
Pope Rockets in 5.
Like, what if that doesn't happen? Doesn't matter. Changing it is Rockets in 6.
Pope over better.
Yeah, no, but I don't know. I learned a lot about the Pope, I guess.
This is the first time ever, and it's still a very outside shot. America could take the Vatican. There's an American cardinal who has a shot. He is listed on the betting odds. I don't know his name.
Lars Nootbaar.
But I know he's out there. There's also
Sonny Gray.
We have 2 possible black popes in the running.
That's who I'm voting for.
Just for the memes?
Well, I just think it's kind of
Inequality
racist. Like the
in
problem. What about a woman pope? Do we have a woman pope?
No, you can't. You can't do that.
A little problematic, Catholics.
There's no. Yeah, women aren't allowed to be.
They should have a little boy
cardinals.
pope.
They can be nuns. They can be very happy as nuns.
They should have a little boy pope to make up for everything that they've done.
I don't know. I feel like a child being the head of a religion, probably not great. Going to be there a long time. Maybe get to his head. Long time to cover up problematic shit going on.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think it would just be hilarious if America, because it's the Pope, so they would be happy that they have a new Pope. You know, Italians would be fucking pissed if there was an American Pope.
Yeah, I want an American pope, an American black woman pope.
It's not possible. It's just no. It's
Female to
not
male.
possible.
Anything's possible.
An American black woman
Not
to female to male pope.
I'll tell you this: not everything is possible in the Catholic Church. I'll tell you that right now.
Wow. Pat's a big fan of glass ceilings, apparently.
Love them. Sunroofs,
And
awesome.
16
You call it a
chapel
glass
ceilings.
ceiling. I call it a sunroof. One's much more enjoyable. It's all about an outlook on life. Alex.
I see a glass ceiling and I break it because that's what I do.
You look for oppression. You look for reasons to be angry. You call it a glass ceiling. I call it a sunroof.
Don't walk
I'm
to a
enjoying the
parking lot with
sunshine.
me. I'll smash those glass ceilings.
You're telling me as a man that you're a danger in parking lots? That's very problematic.
Just the
Alex.
glass ceilings where they're trying to keep women in. Not I.
Maybe they're trying to give women a view.
Maybe like it's a little different. They have the view. It's on at 10 o'clock every morning on
I said a
ABC.
different view. One not filled with screeching cows.
Whoopi Goldberg. Maybe it's just because like I'm a girl dad, so like I feel like women are more equal than you do.
Probably.
But
I got a little misogyny in me. I'll admit it.
the Pope's dead, and then we get National Signing Day with the popes, where we get the smoke, and then they have
That's what's great.
whatever
Like,
color smoke it is.
I
when
remember-
there's a pope. Robert will have to probably explain it to him because he won't be able to see what color the smoke is.
I feel like all the social media is letting us down because it used to be like growing up when this happened. And granted, there wasn't social media, but I feel like even since there has been, when the last pope retired, it used to be coverage every day. Like every day there'd be a video of nope, gray smoke, not ready. Gray smoke, nope, not today. I haven't seen once.
Well, it's because he's lying in state right now at St. Peter's Basilica. You fucking maroon. You are a Notre Dame graduate. You are the
Bad
number
Catholic.
one Catholic on this podcast, and you don't know shit about fuck.
It's true. Lapsed.
I
Catholic,
shouldn't be
believe
the
is
one
term.
telling you these things.
Yeah, they haven't started voting yet.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Let's just go around the room.
That's probably why.
Who is your favorite pope?
John Paul II, the one that I grew up with, man. That dude was dope.
Robert, what about you?
Francis.
I liked Saint Hilarious.
That's a saint.
No, but he was a pope though.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I just Googled list of popes.
Yeah, but
and
did
he
you
was
use
on
the
it.
AI that's at the top of the
He
page? Because
was-
that's always wrong.
No, I don't do that. I don't trust AI. He obviously was after Saint Leo and before Saint Simplicius.
What time was he there? Because
November 461 to February 468, a solid 7-year reign. I would say, arguably,
I don't know if you know.
the greatest 7-year reign in papacy history.
All right, let's look into his controversies because I
Papacitos.
guarantee you there are some. I was gonna say
He's
picking.
a Roman citizen, and feast day was the 28th of February. Pretty cool if you ask me. Feast day sounds dope.
I mean, I'm just gonna say pretty much any pope that you take from olden times. If you look, probably some fucked up shit that was going on.
Yeah,
back
but you
then.
can't look back far enough because, like, I don't remember nothing from 461. Turns out, also, if you use anybody from the Catholic Church, there's a good chance there's some bad shit in it.
Also, I guess I spelled it wrong because I just typed in Pope hilarious controversy, and the first one that comes up: Pope Francis apologizes for using slur referring to gay men. So good job on your pick, Robert.
Wow.
Granted, the one that I picked, I'm pretty sure was overseeing as all the bad stuff with boys started coming to light. But you know,
And as far as we know, Saint Hilarious did none of those
from my
things.
quick
So
Google
really,
search, apparently, see, that's what I'm talking about. You had the third pick there, and you picked the right one.
you should have said somebody else cool.
I only know like four.
Saint Pope John the First. You could have gone with him. He was a Roman citizen.
I mean, John Paul
subject.
II. That just rolls off the tongue, though. That's a good
Yeah.
pope name.
Well, it's just because that's like the name of schools.
Pope Francis. You're like, that doesn't roll off the tongue.
Saint Silverus.
Who was the German Nazi pope that we had before him? Benedict, yeah, the one who just retired.
This guy, yeah.
Like
'cause
every
they were
other
like,
pope
hey,
for
Nazi
like
popes, maybe not cool.
for like 1,000 years, every pope had just the common courtesy to just do the job until you're dead. And he was like, I want to enjoy my twilight years. Like that.
Look, where I'm from, we keep our Nazis out of the papacy and into just cars.
He's
all
like,
right?
I
They have
survived
electric
Hitler.
car
I
companies.
want to live stress-free in my final year.
Who Saint Gregory was Gregory the Great. That's pretty sick.
That's a good nickname.
That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Bonifaci. That's a cool name also.
That's a great name.
Honorius, Severinus. All right, I'm not going to just name popes.
I honestly, for a second there, I thought you were just doing Yankees. Severinus, Pope Judgius,
Judgius, Maximus.
Pope Ricius,
I'd be Pope Marcus Aurelius.
Petitus.
All right, so popes are back. Lars Nootbaar is who I'm picking. Although you are the Pope of Houston, didn't we dub you as that?
That
it
is
still
true.
In your bio?
I think I took it out a little while ago.
Wow. So he stepped
but
down.
I'm gonna
probably after
go
the Nazi allegations.
I'm gonna go Black Pope. I think we're going Black Pope.
I hope we go Black Pope.
Probably because they're saying the guy that's the favorite this time was also the favorite going into the last one.
And there's an upset.
Like a heavy favorite and then just didn't. So, I'm going with always the bridesmaid, never the bride. For him.
All right. Well, we'll keep you posted, or we won't.
I just
probably won't talk about it again.
Black Twitter, if we get a Black Pope, will be fucking awesome. For like 3 days, we're going to get just great content.
Do you think?
Yeah. Black Twitter is just the funniest Twitter.
I don't see colors, so I wouldn't be able to tell.
Okay, but you can understand that Black Twitter is a thing. Sorry, or Black X now.
I look at X, the everything app, where everything happens there. Also back this week, I don't know if you saw this. Robert definitely didn't see this, but colors are back.
That was just mean.
Colors are back, dude. Did you see a new color just dropped?
No, I didn't see that.
Bro, Olo. What you know about Olo, Pat?
Not a damn thing.
All right, you want to see it? I'll show it to you. Ready?
It looks like turquoise.
That's Olo.
Let me see.
They came up with yeah.
It's fucking.
What do you
That's
see,
teal.
Robert? Gray.
That's teal.
Yeah, it looks like a gray to me.
That's
that
teal.
one actually looks like a gray to me.
So is this one of those ones where, like, instead of it being Pantone 018462, it's Pantone 018463?
Colors don't work that way. They're just different Pantone of colors. This is called Olo, and the only way you can see it is because it was like generated that way. Like it doesn't appear in nature. It is turquoise though. To me, it looks like turquoise.
I said turquoise first, but turquoise, teal, either one. Actually, yeah, my mom has a shit ton of jewelry with this exact color in it.
A lot of people from the American Southwest probably do too.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of this at the rodeo. The San Jose Sharks basically wear Olo.
This scientists are just trying to co-opt Native American culture, and that's bullshit.
Actually, great point. So
It's problematic as fuck.
there were 5 participants. They tried to do this whole thing where they. I'm reading it from. This is from BBC, so don't. I'm not making.
Not a valid news source.
The Big Black Cock Network.
But just because it's British, I don't respect anything they do.
Big British Cock Network. Is that what it is?
Until they win another World Cup, nothing that comes out of Britain matters.
Okay. It says during this experiment, researchers shown a laser beam into the pupil of one eye of each participant. There were 5 participants, and they had normal colored vision. 3 of the participants, including blah blah blah, were co-authors of this research paper. So basically, it was like firing off lasers into one of your eyes, and they would make you see these colors. And then they took the colors that they saw, and then they printed out this, or like they posted this. So this is the color. It's Olo. New color just dropped. But
I bet you everyone that's done like acid or LSD has been like, yeah, I've seen that fucking color before.
Probably.
When you're tripping balls and you're seeing the rainbows and colors and stuff, like that's not, we both said we've seen that. That's not a new color.
Right. But like that's what I want to come up with a color now.
Like this sounds like something that it would have been like, did you see fucking Trump said he created a new color?
That does sound like
This sounds like a Trump story, not a Gulf of America and a new color. We're calling it Trumpanese. No, that doesn't work. Trumpoise. That's it. That's what I was looking
Orange Man bad.
for. I've created Trumpoise. Great color.
One of the greatest colors of all time. Turquoise, nothing. Couldn't hold a candle to it.
Nobody can call me Orange Man anymore. I am Trumpoise Man.
A lot of people say that turquoise was great. It's not great. This is really good. Trumpoise. The greatest color people have seen.
Native Americans had it first. Like all great things American, I took it from them.
Yeah, so shout out to New Colors. Sorry, Robert. I didn't mean to like.
Maybe it was a new shade of gray for him.
I didn't want to feel left out, but
Dude, with Robert, we
left
could discover new colors every day. Oh shit, Pat! You see that bowl? I've never seen that color before.
We could also just lie to him.
Yeah, I don't like lying to Robert though. I like lying to other people.
You don't like lying to him. You just like making fun of his colorblindness.
I'm not making fun of it. It just is. It happened. Like a new color comes out, you think I'm not going to talk about it? What do you think Joe Rogan's talking about?
When a new color does
silly.
When a new color does come out, I look forward to talking about
This
it.
is a very serious journalistic podcast where we cover the hard-hitting topics like WrestleMania, whether or not we stole the show. Obviously we covered religion, which is a very hot topic, and now we cover colors. Because
This would have been a good time to mock draft colors, but I think we've done that before.
I don't think y'all did it with me. I think it was the pandemic one. A mock draft of colors. I mean, we're basically doing that this week. We're doing a mock draft of numbers, essentially. Jersey numbers, but numbers. So getting to mock drafts. Let's talk about last week's results. We had the mock draft of rabbits / bunnies, and this was our closest race yet at the 24 plus hours. So it goes at like 3 o'clock. And it went down at 5 o'clock on Friday. It went up at 3 o'clock Thursday, went down at 5 o'clock Thursday. So like about 26 hours of voting. And I don't want to have to grab a cop's gun. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little bit nervous. And I was like, I knew that if Robert or I won, we were safe. And I was like, please just let me win this one. I could just have a stress-free mock draft. Like, mock draft is stressful. Mock draft is stressful. And now that there are stakes to it, more stressful. Not just being like, I'm dumb, haha. No, I got to do a thing. I don't like that.
We should just turn everything into a taser bet from now on.
Yeah.
You lose, you get tased.
But this adds a little edge to it. This adds a little edge. Very few podcasts can be like, will Pat have to grab a cop's gun? Like, I can tease the podcast that way and not be lying.
Every week, even though I've been in last all year, I was like, there's plenty of time. I'm running out of fucking time.
2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. If I win this week, I think it's over for you.
Yeah. Either I win or Robert has to win. If you win, I'm fucked. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much. So last week's results,
Robert.
At any given point when I kept checking, it was like Pat would be in the lead, then Robert would be in the lead, then I would be in the lead, and I was in the lead. I feel like I was in the lead at 3 o'clock on Friday, and I thought I had it, and then I checked at like 6:30. It was just like, fuck! Like I was ahead, and then you guys were tied, and then I guess 2-3 more votes came in, whatever it was. But Robert had 36% of the vote to win it, and Pat and I were tied at 32%. So that's about as much of a split vote as you can have right there. Shout out to all the Robert writers for pushing him through. So on the season, Robert has
fucking alt accounts.
Maybe
Cheater.
Robert has 4 wins, is guaranteed at least a share of the title. I have 3 wins, and Pat has 2. We have this mock draft and one next week because Robert was off for a week, so we pushed it back. Now I kind of wish that we could just end it here, But this is for all the marbles, basically. A mock draft, and we were just tossing around some ideas. I don't know what made me think of jersey numbers, but I was like, mock draft to jersey numbers in no specific sport.
Probably because the draft is tomorrow.
Maybe that was it.
See, I was doing my. You guys can do it. I'm putting sports with mine because I feel like if you add the sport with it, it makes the number even better.
But on the
I
graphic,
just did Trump hands.
the graphic, we will let you pick like who you want to go on the picture of the graphic, but you get it for all sports. It's not just like baseball or football. Like you can tell me who you want to go up on the graphic, and I will put that on the graphic. But the number is just going to be what it is, not like 7
Fair
in
enough.
football
Yeah.
or like anything like that. So Robert won last week. We go in reverse order in the draft. It is a snake draft. What do we want to do? Do we want to go with what is your ultimate decision on the coin that we will use?
You have the coin already next to you. Let's use that one.
The penny?
Yeah.
My lucky penny?
Collusion.
All
All right, so you say who is what? Like one of us is tails. Oh, let's not call it. Keep it completely neutral. He assigns it.
Oh, I want to.
Okay, then you call in the air. You call in the air.
No.
No, that's
All
what
right,
you
fine,
wanted
fine,
to do.
Fine.
All right, I'm just flipping it. I
All
haven't
right.
even
Just
looked
flip
at
it, and you don't even have to catch
Where
it.
it
Wherever
lands, it lands.
All right, Pat.
Hopefully, it doesn't roll under the couch.
Pat, you can be heads.
What? He just said he wanted to call it.
Are you calling it?
Fine, I'll take tails.
Okay. He's
All
taking
right,
tails.
Pat's heads, I'm tails.
I haven't even looked like what's up. I'm just.
Are you gonna
toss
flip it, or are you
Oh,
just?
this
toss it,
is
I'm
the
gonna
most intense coin toss of all time.
Tails?
Tails never fails, baby. Let's go.
Good. I didn't want the first pick.
Let's go. Good. Well, you didn't want the first pick?
I didn't.
But the funny thing is that you have the option of picking where you want to pick. So really, I picked to go second.
Okay.
Psych, I picked to go first. I'm going to take 69. And
David Bakhtiari.
I want Billy Bob from Varsity Blues as the jersey number.
Billy Bob, David Bakhtiari, also Shorzy.
All right. So the draft is going to go me, Pat, Robert, Pat, me, Pat, Robert, Pat, me. Since it's a snake draft, let me fill my little thing out. But yeah, I'm going to take 69. Just like, that's a funny. Every time you see somebody that's number 69, they get a penalty like 69. So yeah, 69.
All right. I'm going to go with the greatest quarterback number out there, 12.
Disagree on that.
Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Roger Staubach. Like I could go on and on.
That's an opinion, dude.
The
It's all
greatest
opinion
quarterback
based.
number is 12. It's not an
This
opinion.
is all opinion based.
Look down the list
It's
of
all
all the
opinion
greatest quarterbacks of all time. 12, you're going to see it a lot.
Back to you, Bobby. Or
I'm gonna
two
go-
You get two here.
I'm gonna go 27.
2-7.
Wonder why he went with that one.
I'm assuming you went Altuve.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah, for mine, just put Tom Brady.
Okay.
That might get me some hate, but I don't care. It's a fact.
Now these are not like it's not
Yeah, I'm not
Tom
picking-
Brady.
yeah, I'm not
but
picking
that's
Jose
just somebody that
Altuve.
also wears
Yeah.
it. Okay.
I'm picking
Just for
27.
graphic
So you
reasons.
voters know that.
Also, my birthday's on the 27th,
That's perfect.
so I go 27.
Happy birthday.
Not this one. Not this one. And then I'm gonna go number 1.
Or one's a good one. I was probably going to take one if they got back to me.
be number one?
Because like it puts a lot of pressure on it, but like when somebody lives up to wearing one, that rocks. Like when Malik Neighbors eventually becomes the greatest wide receiver in the NFL, I'm going to be like, fuck yeah, I'm glad he's wearing one. And he's on my team. He's going to stay there. Pat, back to you.
All right. I think here I'm going to go with 99.
99's good. I had 99 on my
Gretz.
list as well.
Got to put Gretz on the graphic for
You
me.
a Gretzky? I would put JJ Watt.
Cool.
You already
but
said Gretzky.
yeah,
so.
I mean, he's the greatest 99 of all time. But 99, great jersey number.
I'm gonna go 10 and 7
10 and 7.
as my
All right.
next ones.
All right, 10 and 7. I will.
Mickey Mantle, you can get with 7. I think 7 is the best looking quarterback number. Like when you see a quarterback that's wearing 7, you're like, yep, there we go. It's clean.
You're a big Lance Harbor guy?
Nah, not in that.
I'm more of a Jonathan Moxon
Not in
guy.
that particular one, but like a John Elway. John Elway looks like he would
7's
be
good
wearing
quarterback
7.
number.
Yeah, it's a
I
perfect
mean, there are 3 great quarterback numbers.
Mike
4,
Vick
I would
on the
say.
field accomplishments specifically. He did his time though. And then 10 is like in soccer, usually the best players wearing 10. The second best player or best player would also wear 7. Cristiano Ronaldo. We got Messi, so that's perfect for soccer and that too. I mean, Eli Manning wore 10, should be a Hall of Famer. Yeah, Mickey Mantle. You got a bunch of other people like that in baseball that are 7s. So yeah, back to you.
All right, I will take, along the same vein, 4. It's one of those numbers where, yeah, for a quarterback, it just looks great on there. Also great baseball.
I think 4 is a weird quarterback number, but it's always like, good choice.
Yeah, it looks good on the jersey.
Yeah.
It's just, and it fit. And you know what? For my picture, I want Jonathan Moxon on mine.
You know what, John Moxon?
I want
All
John
right.
Moxon on there.
Not Brett Favre.
No, I don't want to look like a homer.
We just have like only Varsity Blues people.
Shit, what number was Twaiter?
I think
All right, Bobby, you got
82.
2 here. Yeah, I think he was 82.
All right, I'm gonna go.
So you get 2 here to finish up your picks.
Okay, I'm gonna go with 23.
That's a good one.
That's a very good one.
That's a really good pick. For
Who are you gonna
23
pick?
as well?
I'm gonna go Michael Jordan.
I was really hoping he was going to pick LeBron.
Oh no, I was just hoping it would be somebody that was neither of them. The two most obvious ones, nope.
That would be great.
All right, next one. I was dude, 23 in the third is a really good one.
Yeah, there are a couple that I'm thinking of. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 42. I'm 42.
Ooh. Do you want who are you gonna put on it?
Jackie Robinson.
Not
Technically, he could have put like any baseball player from the last 20 years.
Well, Jose Altuve from Jackie Robinson Day.
42, good number. Good number.
42.
It is.
Okay, final one for me. I got to go with what I feel to be the cleanest wide receiver number. I'm taking 88.
88.
88.
All
I know
right.
you probably hate it just because famously it's a lot of Cowboys, but I think it is the best looking number for a
Ike
good
Hilliard
wide
also wore
receiver.
88, so that's fine.
Who?
Ike Hilliard, Giants player.
Who?
Ike Hilliard.
And just go ahead and put Irvin on there for me.
Ugh.
I know
I'm
I
gonna
fucking
put
hate
Irvin,
the
but I'm gonna put him
Cowboys
with
as much
cocaine on
as
his
you do.
nose.
Please do.
With a crack
He's a-
pipe. It was for his friend, not him. Definitely not him. All right, so my first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth choices are all gone. I'm gonna go 3. I think 3.
Three's a good number.
translates. Babe Ruth,
It is good on football, good on baseball.
Russell Wilson, obviously great quarterback.
Here's the thing, like I don't even think about numbers in basketball. Like I can't
I think
picture
23.
like it's Jordan. I can picture that. I can picture Kobe with both of his numbers. Other than that, I can't picture anybody's number in the NBA.
Jalen
They
Green
just
wears 4.
because in the NBA it's such a smaller group and you see all their faces, you don't even pay attention to the fucking number. You can see all the guys.
Yeah, and then,
But 3 is a great number.
I'm gonna go 3.
You going Babe?
Yeah, I'll probably go Babe Ruth. I'll probably go Babe Ruth. That makes the most sense. Or should I go Russell Wilson?
It's your call.
Should I go
Dude.
Russell Wilson? Maybe I'll go Russell Wilson.
Your call.
All right. So let's recap our mock draft of jersey numbers. I feel like this is also going to come down to entirely what people's favorite numbers are.
Honestly, having the pictures next to him probably is going to fuck some of us. But if we just
That's
had the
kind of
number-
like why I
that's
thought it
the
was such
funny
a
thing.
wide open category where it's like the mock draft of things we don't understand. It's like other people are going to think we're idiots, so they're not going to vote for us. But then other people are gonna be like, you're right, I also think that. But that's a funny thought that Pat had that. And like it just kind of leaves the voting up for like, I don't know how to vote in this.
On the graphic, you should put mock draft of numbers and then like parentheses, not these specific athletes. We just put them in there so that you could see the numbers on a jersey.
Like in the smallest font ever, but it just makes everything wider, so it's harder to read.
Like we should have that whole long thing on there just because it's stupid.
Mock draft of jersey numbers, recapping it, and then let's get into the honorable mentions. That'll be wild and wacky. We're literally just going to be listing numbers at that point.
2 is a great number.
It was 3 or 2, but not
That
yet.
was my other one.
Because 2 is great because it's always like when a guy gets picked second overall, you're like, I get to act like I was disrespected. Like, dude, you got picked second overall.
But I also have a cool number, and it sort of looks like a Z.
I thought people were gonna think about Alex Bregman and how he left for the Red Sox. I'm like, that might hurt me, so I didn't go with that.
I would have just put cheater.
But it's a great number. Also, what I believe to be probably it is top quarterback number in with the other ones I picked, 18. 18's a good quarterback
but then
number.
receivers kind of hijacked it, so it got a little different.
They can, but also, I mean, you see 18, you picture Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
It's a weird number, but for some reason it works for quarterbacks.
Right. Like 16 is the same way too. Like sometimes it looks cool, sometimes it's weird. Peyton wore 16 in college, weird as fuck. Arch wears it in college. What's he gonna do in the pros?
Mm-hmm.
But all right, so recapping our mock draft of jersey numbers, I had 69, 10, 7, and 3. Pat had 12, 99, 4, and 88. Robert had 27, 1, 23, and 42. Fuck, Robert's gonna win.
These would be great safe combinations.
Yeah, because you'd have a reason to remember them.
Like somebody in Call of Duty is going to stumble across this and be like, I've got all of my vault codes for the season.
I used to remember, like, at my locker in school, I would always try and just tie it back to, like, players' numbers and stuff like that. So you're like so and so, so and so, and so and so. And when I would do
That's brilliant.
yeah, when I would go to the gym, I remembered it that way too.
I still occasionally have the dream where I can't remember my high school baseball locker code and I got to get out to practice.
And you're just like, coach.
Like half the time I just get it by accident. Half the time I have to just like fucking rip the door off.
Yep.
And then like my glove's not in there. It's a whole thing.
Yep. All right. So other honorable mentions real fast before we move on. And this, I'm sure this was the most.
9 is a great number because it can be for offense, but really it's like college safeties that absolutely fucking kill people.
Or just like a rando quarterback.
I in my head 9 is Tom Zibikowski, and he used to just
Matt
crack the
Stafford.
shit out of people.
24 is a good number.
Mm-hmm. Great running back number.
5, another sneaky quarterback number where you're like, all right, I'll fuck with 5. 5 rocks.
5 good.
12. I had 12. You had 18, 16. I already said 8.
Yeah, I was gonna say 8. 8's a great number across all sports.
Yeah, 8 is pretty great on.
Shout out
sports.
Ovi.
Yeah, he would have been. That would have been a good one.
11, sneaky good receiver number.
Yeah,
Like Deshaun, you think Deshaun Jackson, or at least I do. I think he wore 11 at some point. Maybe he even didn't, but it seems like it's a fast guy receiver number.
right. And then I had the goalie, like the traditional hockey goalie numbers: 30, 35, and 31.
81 also for receivers, Megatron.
81 rocks. 89.
Owens, T.O.
89's also cool. 21's a cool number.
89, I feel like, is always like he was never the best guy on the team, but he's like one of the fan favorite receivers.
Yeah.
He's always like your number 2.
And then any double number rocked. I remember I wanted, like, 6 is my favorite number. I think 6 looks dope. I don't think it looks as cool on jerseys, but I would always try and wear 6. And, like, I couldn't wear 6, and I was a receiver in football, so I had to wear 16. So that was the closest I could get to it. And then when I was in hockey, I tried to wear 6, and I could get 6 sometimes, but if you couldn't get 6, you'd go 66, because, like, that's a weird goalie number, and people are like, that guy, what's up with him?
I like 44 for baseball, especially because that was
Ahmad
Reggie, right?
Bradshaw would be what I would go with on that.
44 is
Super Bowl
also a
champ.
great power back number.
Ahmad Bradshaw.
Yeah. Like when you see 44 on a running back, you're like, all right, put him in on 3rd and 3.
Like 33 looks cool. That's another power back
What was
number.
Marion Barber's number? Like he feels like he should have been a 44. Or Brandon Jacobs.
27.
But I'm saying like he feels, except 27 worked for
I think
him
he
as
wore
a power back.
41 when he was on the 49ers.
But 44 would have been, oh, it's beautiful.
Marion Barber wore 24.
97.
97's.
I don't know why. Sneaky good number.
That's
Like
Connor
you see,
Bedard, right?
you see a D lineman with 97 on, you're like, that dude's gonna he's gonna take up 2 blockers and free up space for the linebackers to make plays. That's a team guy.
Yeah. Like,
Or when defensive linemen get to wear single digit numbers specifically.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like he sucked in the pros, but and I forget his name. I just always remember him as Irish Chocolate. He was a defensive lineman for Notre Dame. He ended up playing for the Texans, and he sucked. But he was 320 pounds, and he wore number 1. It was fucking great.
But yeah, that's our mock draft. Our mock draft of jersey numbers. Let us know. We'll post the graphic at 3:00 on 3:00 Central Time on Thursday, April 24th, and we will take it down at 5:00 on April 25th. So you can do your voting in those 26 hours, and this could be for all the marbles, or Robert could just win, and then we're fucked.
I mean, it'd be a real shame if Alex won and next week's one just meant nothing.
Still do it.
That would, but I mean, don't you guys want the last one to mean something?
Not necessarily. Let's not think of it that way.
Don't you want me and Alex both shitting about having to grab a cop's gun or get chickens?
Let's
which
not think about it that
neither
way.
one of us want to do.
All right, moving on. Let's get to the not cool segment. Don't forget, if you are listening to us, you can watch every episode of Pass the Gravy on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Pass the Gravy Podcast. Hit us up. Give us a subscribe. Share us with a friend. I saw some people found us from WrestleMania and went to our YouTube. But if you're new, hey, YouTube us. If you're watching us, don't forget you can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, our iHeartRadio app. We're big iHeart people here. We love the radio. We heart the radio. But just go and give us a follow on YouTube. Comment your favorite jersey numbers. Comment your favorite jersey numbers right now. And let us know. And then, give us a shout out. Go leave us a little comment. Say what's up. I like checking in and commenting with some of you guys and gals each week. That's been a lot of fun. Like shout out to Abby and Mikey EP. They're probably our leading commenters. But Todd Voss is also on there. I see you sometimes too. Pass the Gravy Podcast on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. Share us with a friend. All right, let's get into the Not Cool segment where we tell you what's not cool this week.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
I feel like I've had a frog in my throat this entire fucking podcast, and like I was not feeling that way when I came in. Now I just keep fucking coughing. All right, not
That's
cool.
good, not cool, Alex.
Yeah, that's an early one. But if you would like to participate in the Not Cool segment, you can hit us up on X. You're at Pass the Gravy Pod. Use the hashtag PTG Not Cool. That's how we search for it. Hashtag PTG Not Cool. Share something. You know, if you get hit by a train, that's definitely not cool. You stub your toe, also not cool. There's varying degrees of not cools. We're going to read a couple of them, the ones that you guys and gals submit each week at Pass the Gravy Pod on X. Make sure you use the hashtag PTG Not Cool. We'll start off with Alex O at Alex McThunder1. He says his not cool is that my dumbass went all the way to the gym just to realize they were closed for Easter.
I mean, you could have got a parking lot workout in, run some lines.
That's true, but also, I mean, like it sucks that you had to drive there. That's one of the best feelings. Like, I guess I'm not working out today.
Like, oh, I wanted to, but look, that donut shop's open. I guess I'll go support a small business instead.
Yeah, my mom asked if she watches my kid, and she was like, "Hey, well, do you want to meet me for lunch?" I was like, "I was gonna go work out, but yeah, no, I'll definitely go meet you for lunch." Yeah, I was like, "Well, I mean, I'm gonna spend time with my mom."
That sounds way better.
Like, right? You always got to spend time with your mom. I wanted to spend time with my mom, so it was just, oh no, we'll work out some other time. It didn't work out that day. It was great, but you have an excuse. As long as you have an excuse, there's nothing is better than like the post workout, like that's done feeling, than there's an excuse to not have to work out. It's a legit excuse.
It's just an extension of canceling on plans last second.
Yeah.
It's just, it feels so good.
When somebody else cancels and you're like, all right.
Hey, this thing that you didn't want to do anyway, now you don't have to do it for other reason. You're
now
like,
you got a free night.
Take that reason.
Let's go.
Got it.
Next up is MVP of Pass the Gravy and WrestleMania. Raymundo Benavidez at Kmundo B. He says, my nephew is supposed to defend his Fury FC amateur lightweight title this past Friday, but his opponent missed weight by 13 pounds, and the fight was canceled. PTG logo was going to be on his shorts and banner. That's fucking bullshit.
That guy's such a pussy. He didn't want none.
Yeah, he was scared, actually. That's what I would do.
That professional fighter was what a pussy.
Yeah. Bitch. Well, we would get our guy to fight him, though.
And it's just disrespectful.
If I was a fighter, I would know I would not win, so I would absolutely do that every time. Alex missed weight again? This is the ninth fight in a row.
Sometimes they're just like, all right, well, then we'll fight it at a catch weight. You're going to do the fight anyway, and you're like...
And you don't get the purse or whatever it is.
Damn it. I thought I had missed by enough to where I didn't have to fight. Shit. Yeah, that sucks, really. I mean...
Especially because that's all you do is like train for it. And then it's like you trained, and it's like, cool.
It's
I always
so
think that
fucking
when guys
disrespectful.
like have an injury late in their camps when they're training for a fight, it's like, well, last week he actually broke his hand, so now the fight's off. You're like, what? Just fucking train for this. And then they're like, well, now you could fight this guy on short rest. You're like, but if I lose him, I look like a bitch. And then if I beat him, they're
for
like,
his style of fighting.
yeah, a lot of stuff like that. But that sucks, dude. T's and P's. Let him know. PTG's always repping him, though. All right,
You guys back.
All right, like you rep us, we always rep him. Our next one is from Ashley Wilkins at Buster Healer Mix on X, and she says her not cool is someone calling me, telling me I owe a medical bill from 2022, 2023, 2024, and then asking me to settle with them now. I always pay when I go, and they never send me a bill. What made it worse was that the number came from my doctor's office, so they
Cloned the number?
it. What I always, not cool, but here's what you do in the future. You just don't ever pay anything. And you say, I don't know, this is a scam. I've been scammed like this before. Yeah.
That's smart.
Like when the hospital bill comes for the baby and Emma's like, we should be paying this. I'm like, it's a scam. We paid a lot of money at the hospital. What are you talking about?
I don't trust phone calls anymore after everything that's been going on the last 10
just
years.
give people money?
You
No.
guys will have to hand deliver. I want the person delivering it to me. Not even in the mail. Mail can scam you too. I need a doctor to run this
I
bill.
want
at my
I
front
want a
door.
doctor wearing the coat
and stethoscope.
and then I actually want one of those silver little shiny things that the old timey ones wear because they didn't have lights.
Because how else am I going to know you're a doctor?
Yeah,
Anybody can buy a coat and a stethoscope. You can't just buy
I could
that.
get scrubs in 2 seconds if I wanted. Like anybody could wear scrubs.
They're so comfortable.
I kind of want to just sometimes throw that in my wardrobe.
Every once in a while, I'm like, dude, these should just be lounging around the house clothes.
That should just be it. But yeah, no, that's what you do. Just turn it into a thing where you're just like, sorry, I can't pay any of my bills. Like, I'm not going to. This could be a scam. And then you're like, ma'am, you were at the doctor's office. Yeah, that's what the last guy said.
This is also why if the phone number isn't in my phone already, I don't answer phone calls. Period.
That's true.
Because if it's important, you'll either leave me a voicemail or text me. And guess what? The numbers that I don't answer, they never do either.
Speaking of numbers, this is not cool. I'll just get into mine after this, though. I wanted to call out a politician by name. We don't like to get into politics on this show because I don't have a child in school, but there's some school board something that this motherfucker has blown my phone up with. Where's his fucking name? Victor Perez. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck you,
Fuck
Victor.
Victor Perez, dude. All right, like James Cross. I hope he beats the fuck out of you in this election, whatever the election is that you have fucking messaged me every fucking day for, and I keep saying stop, don't, stop. And
You
it
should
says-
just reply, if
it
I
says-
get one more text message from you, I'm going to go campaign for the other guy.
It says stop to text. Well, I'm doing that. James Cross, way better than Victor Perez. Co-signed the official whatever it is for Robert. Look up Victor Perez, James Cross, and tell me what they're running for.
And which one of them is Dem, which one is Republican? Because it'd be really funny.
Doesn't matter.
No, but it'd be really funny if you just supported a Republican while you're wearing all red. Probably even funnier if you supported a Democrat while wearing all red.
Probably.
Either way, funny.
But yeah, Victor Perez keeps blowing my shit up, and it's like, bro, stop. I'm texting stop to end, and it's just not. You're not doing it. You're not doing it, and you need to
Say
get the
that
fuck out of my face.
if they don't stop, you're gonna bring suit for harassment.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, of course you're not gonna do it. They don't know that. Even though it's all probably animated or automated messages. Animated messages would be a lot cooler.
Animated messages like Harry Potter.
Goku wants you to vote for.
It's for the Katy School Board, Katy ISD School Board.
You don't even live in Katy ISD.
I don't. That's why I don't need his text messages.
Which one of them wants to build a third football stadium? Vote for that guy.
Dude, I hope James Cross fucking wipes the floor with. Send this to Victor Perez. Clip this and send it to Victor Perez. And I'll be like, this is your fault. I just want to, that James Cross fucking texted me 0 times. You texted me like 75 times, even when I said stop. Even when I texted stop to end, like you fucking said, you fucking piece of shit. I hate you. If you win, I will protest at your school board meeting.
No means no, Victor.
I'm gonna be like, yeah, I don't have a child here, but I just want to say Victor Perez is a fucking piece of shit. James Cross, kick his ass, buddy. Kick his ass. Thank you for not texting me, James Cross. All right, that's all. That's our political moment for today. But Victor Perez can get his fucking ass beat. All right.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Metaphorically, at the polls, I'm not at all condoning violence against politicians. Even though you're not a politician if you're at a fucking school board, right? You're just a guy that ran for a school board. I'm not gonna say you're a politician. I'm a politician. I ran for fucking mayor.
I think technically it is because it is a
No, a school board's not. No.
it's a local government seat though, isn't it? The school board.
I don't know. Do
I
you
don't know
want
if
to trust?
that technically counts as local government. I don't know. You know what? No, they're not politicians. How
No,
about that?
they're not.
They're just self-righteous little douchebags that want to have power in their community, even though they don't know shit about shit.
Except for James Cross. He's awesome because he doesn't text
good guy.
people.
Good guy. He's a friend of the common man who he knows nobody wants 85 political texts. a day.
Yeah. Leave me the fuck alone, bro. Not every day, but it was not 85 a day. It was every fucking day. And then he would get his little bitch friends and be like, hey, well, I'll let you know I'm another guy you don't know, and I endorse this guy. I'm like, go fuck yourself, dude.
I think
Leave me alone.
Cross actually runs on the Leave Me the Fuck Alone party.
And that's the party I'm on. I'm not right. I'm not left. I'm leave me the fuck alone and stop texting me, especially when it's not a real election. You gonna listen to a fucking school board guy? Like if bitch ass Victor Perez, who's not gonna win, say hypothetically he did win, because Cross is gonna beat his ass. But if Victor Perez was like, hey, here's a tip. I'm a school board guy, and I'm former mayoral candidate Alex Middleton, and I think you should do the opposite. Who do you listen to? former mayoral candidate.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm way more of a politician than him.
I don't know, but that would mean he won and you lost, and I'm not a big fan of losers.
I resigned. I
America
removed
doesn't like
myself from the
losers.
race
All right.
after I didn't win.
Okay.
I didn't lose. I just removed myself.
You backed out and supported another, except you didn't support.
After the election, I did. Not even though I didn't support a candidate. I supported myself.
You didn't lose. You took yourself out.
Yeah. I quit and I took my ball and I went home. Like a real politician. I tried to stage a coup. Nobody did it.
Coups are fun.
No, they're not. Not really.
If you're on the winning
Yeah,
side,
depending on what side you're on.
dude, we just overthrew the fucking government, man.
I bet I could overthrow a school board. I could overthrow a school. What if Gravy Gang shows up? We just ruin this.
Yeah, it could be because you know what? They'll cut off your mic, but I can yell louder than I'm.
Oh, I'm very loud.
Like if I wanted
Also,
to, I could put my mic on the floor and just yell across into yours, and it would be fine.
Also, I have my own mic, as you see. I also have speakers. Guess what? I don't need your mic to be on or off. I can turn my own.
Yeah, can I connect a microphone to a JBL through Bluetooth?
Oh yeah, and then also
Portable speaker.
if it just happens that 10 other people in the meeting have JBL speakers, I can connect all of them. When you get to one, I can get the other one. I can make a lot of problems here. All right.
That would be awesome.
Okay, moving on. My other real not cool that I came in with. The Victor Perez bitch ass shit came up organically, but my TV is about to go out, and I'm gonna have to, like, Robert is not happy about how much money he's about to spend on a Switch. That's how I feel about TV, but like it is something I have to have. It's the living room TV. Gave me a solid like 6 years. But like last night, Emma was like, we were watching TV and we watched the Earth Day episode of The Office because it was Earth Day. I was celebrating with Cyclops, God rest or God save your soul, whatever they said. But she was like, does it look dark up there? I was like, yeah. Well, sometimes the cable company that we don't name, sometimes they have like that theater mode on, and maybe we just got to figure out how to take that off. And I was like, no, you're right. Something's up. Like the top of the screen's dark. And then my wife texted me when I was at work because she got up and was making coffee and stuff and was like, hey, it took like 2 minutes of flickering before it even looked somewhat normal today. And I was like, fuck. All right, well, RIP to a real one. And then I got home and it just wouldn't. It it would say Vizio on it, and then it would blink, and then it just would not do anything. I was like, well, it's been a good run, but I don't get paid till Friday. So
I was gonna say, like, you could always, and I know you want it because I want it. You could like take it to the nerds and be like, "Is this something that like you can just fix a part and it starts working? Is it just up like, or is it just, or is it gonna be like a $20 fix, or should I just buy a new
I
TV?
think that's the thing now. I think all
If
the
you
stuff
need
to
one-
fix is like.
I got a spare right now, 65-inch that I'm not using.
See,
it's not a smart TV.
I think I gotta go 54-inch or
Okay.
45. It's 54 or 45, whatever it is. I have to measure it when I get home, but I already scoped it out. I guess Vizio is like the cheapest ones.
I mean, dude, you can just.
I always thought Vizio was like nice.
all those Walmart Roku ones, they're so big and they're so cheap. You can. That's probably
Because they
the easiest way.
die in like however many years.
Oh, they do.
I think that's why
I've never
they're
had
cheaper.
a smart TV, so
Vizio, Hisense, Roku ones. Those are usually cheap.
But TLC, I saw one of those.
Those are also cheap.
What's the one that I had? Element. I got a couple Elements. They're cheap, but let me tell you this: they fucking work. I've never had a single problem.
Also,
I got
bleep
two.
out all of those names. No free ads. No free ads. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to go buy another one, and I'm gonna buy the cheap one again because I got 5 years out of it. Why not?
I mean,
It just sucks when you're like,
that's one of those things. Though,
now
where, like,
tonight I can't go
buy
sit
it
on
at
my
the store.
my couch. Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, like you don't want to order it online because, God forbid, you order a TV, it's sitting on your front porch and it gets stolen, and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah. So that sucks. Just like when the TV's on its last leg, and you're like, there's a couple $100. Not cool. What you guys got?
I got a couple. One I've got for a friend. Well, not really a friend, just someone I know. Did you see Shaq shit his pants on TV?
Did he shit his pants or was he about to?
Either way, I've never seen somebody have to run off a broadcast. Because it's not like they're on camera for long periods of time.
Hold on. I just got to go real fast.
Just in the middle of it, he stood up and like,
Man, Shaq, you better take some matches.
you can't say he ran off. He waddled off stage. And then that made me think of how big of toilets do you have to install for Shaq? There's no way he can just run into just a normal bathroom. Shaq can't
True.
fit in a stall.
True.
Like, unless it's the handicap stall. But I feel like
These
also
luxurious iHeart stalls
he's 7 feet tall, 400 pounds. I feel like you need reinforced toilets for that guy.
You probably do. I mean, they're all big guys. They're all NBA players besides Ernie, and Ernie's like a 6'5" dude.
Is Ernie that tall?
Ernie's big.
Damn.
I don't know his height though, but he's pretty tall.
I don't
He
know.
doesn't
I
look
just thought
small
about
with
that.
those guys.
But and the funny thing is, it's Shaq. There's no embarrassment from it. He could have came out the next segment
Sometimes
and be
you
like,
just gotta poop.
I shit my pants.
Man, I thought it smelled in here, Shaq.
I'm sitting here with no underwear on. Shaq pooped.
Ernie, we gotta get this fool out of here.
Charles, I shit my pants and I'm still cooler than you are.
I was watching the play-in game last week, and it was the Magic one, and they were like, well, the Magic, they haven't been to a final NBA Finals since 1995 or whatever it was, and that was when they were led by Shaquille O'Neal, who's in the studio with us now, and then the first, before Ernie could finish, Charles is just like, how'd that go? How'd it end up?
They are the perfect
Shaq,
example
who won that?
of your best friend really should be your biggest hater.
Yeah.
So good.
That wasn't that good. You look stupid. You didn't win. And he's like, how many did you win? How many did you win, Charles? Charles, how many you win?
It don't matter.
Yeah, I didn't lose that one.
I never got embarrassed by Shaquille O'Neal or Hakeem Olajuwon.
My Charles Barkley is so bad. Sometimes I can get a little bit in there, and then it's just out.
Usually, yeah, I have about 8 seconds of good impression.
The Shaq is just, I'll just hold like this. Hey, I'm really just doing Aries
Slow it
Spears
down.
doing Shaq.
Quick sentence, real fast, with pauses.
I have to poop. All right.
So there was that. Also, just the play-in is awful. Get rid of it. Not only is it just stupid to have the whole season, and then you have people that are 15 games under 500 trying to make the playoffs in the last day. But then if your team isn't in it, you have to wait a fucking week to watch your team play before playoff basketball.
If it was
That
just
sucks.
8-9 had to play in a play-in game, I would not.
Still no. There
I
was
don't.
fucking 82 games.
No, I get that, and that makes they're like the regular season doesn't mean anything. It's like now it means even less. But if the 10th seed doesn't need to be in there,
They already
you don't need to have to
conferences
win and then win again. You shouldn't. It should be if they had one 8-9. That's it.
It's like literally nothing in the NBA matters anymore. Divisions don't matter.
Well,
Like,
Rockets
even-
won their division, so that matters.
But it doesn't matter. Like winning your division doesn't mean anything.
Rockets
there's
meant a
no,
lot.
like,
we got the 2 seed, so it meant
They
a
got the
lot.
2 seed because they had the second best record.
right? But also we had the 2 seed. So.
Like there's no
Division
reason to
champs.
have divisions.
You can buy shirts.
It's just everything about it is fucking stupid. NBA's dumb. And then my not cool is I came across just the worst fucking thing that I've ever seen the internet produce. And I grew up on rotten.com and Faces of Death.
All right.
We've gotten to the point where I think the Roman Empire is about to fall. We are done as a society when
It
we're just
has.
letting OnlyFans girls put Down syndrome filters on their face on Instagram and then promote more OnlyFans.
What?
Yes, this is a thing that's happening now. It's all over my fucking feed.
No,
I keep seeing.
explain this to me like I'm 5.
So there is, filters that you can put on faces where you have like wide eyes. Somebody created one where it just makes your face look like you have Down syndrome. And now
That seems problematic.
I've come across no less than 5 accounts of girls with OnlyFans, but they're creating new like Instagrams and shit to make it look like they're a hot girl with Down syndrome to then sell more OnlyFans. It's the skeeviest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life, and I'm fucking disgusted by it.
And then everybody that subscribes to it should also be put on a list.
Yes. Like, I really hope this
Like,
is just
what
a
do you-
CIA program that's going on to just fucking catch the perviest members of our society. Or not catch them, but just know who we should keep an eye on.
Seems like a Black Mirror episode,
Yes.
but worse.
Like, this seems like something that one of the guys in White Lotus would have been like, this is what I got into recently.
Yeah.
Regular porn wasn't doing it for me anymore. I need disability porn. You're like, dude,
Did you watch?
keep that shit to yourself.
Did you watch The White Lotus?
No.
Okay, you spoke about it like you.
Well, everybody else spoke about it online, so I gathered what was going
Did you watch
on.
Last of Us?
No, just the first. I haven't watched the second season yet.
Spoiler alert, Pedro Pascal died.
If that actually happens, Robert, set a reminder for me for when I finally watch it, which you won't know when it happens. If that happens,
I said spoiler alert.
I'm going to give you the worst.
I said spoiler
I will
alert.
give
You
the
could have
worst
turned it
titty-
off.
I will give you the worst titty twister
I
of
said
your life.
spoiler alert. I didn't spoil anything. I alerted the spoil.
Like, I know this didn't happen because he's being such a dick about it, and he won't say that because it would also be a spoiler alert for
Like, why
Our
would they kill?
fantastic
Like, they
listeners.
wouldn't kill like the main guy in the show.
Fuck you.
They wouldn't do that.
Fuck you.
They wouldn't have killed Michael Scott, episode 2 of season 2. They wouldn't do that.
I mean, in Game
That
of
what
Thrones,
kind of show would The Office have been?
Game of Thrones, they were setting it up like what's his name was gonna be, and then boom.
Like Joffrey,
No, not Joffrey.
Bran the Broken.
Nope, the dad. What's his name?
I don't know. I watched one episode.
Ned Stark. That's it. Been a while since I watched. Ned Stark. They're like, oh, this guy's dead.
That's why I was always like Bran Broken. That guy, weird dude. That guy's my guy.
Oh, you bought stock in him early?
Oh yeah. He's the guy who got pushed out the window.
Yep.
Yeah, because he watched didn't he see his
He
brother and
survived a
sister
60-foot
fucking?
fall and watching his aunt get fucked by his uncle.
That's how you know.
Kid's
That's how you know
pretty
that guy's
strong-willed.
going places. Nothing can keep that guy down.
So yeah, I'm just
That is
I'm
disgusting.
I'm out on society.
Yeah. No, that's a.
Like I think for the first time ever, I'm actually ready to live in the woods and try and live off the land.
you're
And if it
not.
doesn't happen, then I'll
They don't
die.
have Xbox there.
Solar panels.
Only limited Xbox.
I'll set up a water wheel that gives me water
You'd
electricity.
be too tired to do that. You would not put forth the effort.
I'll live with someone that knows how to do it.
Okay.
I'll find a
that's a
mountain.
better
I'll
answer.
find a mountain man that'll introduce me to hunting, and I'll introduce him to Halo.
What if you annoyed him?
I mean, that's not an if; it's a when.
Okay. So that might not
That's
work
but see, I annoy everyone.
long term.
Like at first, everyone hates me. I just have to let him not kill me long
win
enough to
you
where
over.
eventually someday you wake up and you're like, "Why the fuck do I like Pat now?"
I'll win you over eventually. Yeah. All right. Robert, you think you can top that? Not cool.
Yeah. So as of so I think as of this week, the Astros are the only MLB team that doesn't offer streaming direct to consumers. And they're not going to for at least another 2 years because of contracts they do have with Fubo and
But Fubo's just $20 a month. I was told.
Not
No
anymore.
way.
Fubo is not $20 a month.
It's like 89 now.
That sounds like a cable package.
Every other MLB team has direct to consumer. It used to be 3 teams a month ago. It was Astros. I can't remember who else, but Astros and some of 2 other teams. Now it's just the Astros.
So when you say direct to consumer, you mean through the MLB package, it just wouldn't be blacked out, or
Yeah,
their own?
it wouldn't be blacked out.
I'm fucking
Wait,
angry. I
you
was under
can-
the impression that literally every single team had local TV deals. That
I thought
stopped
that too. I thought you could also just I know with I think it's the Gotham Sports Network is what the Yankees just made, and it's I think you can download that and subscribe to that, and then you can watch Yankees games if you want to watch Yankees games and you're in the New York area or whatever it is. But I think what is MSN or what is the Red Sox one?
Nesson.
Yeah. I think you can download Nesson and then subscribe to it and watch it through that if you don't have that as part of your cable. But that way you have the option to do it. You can't just be I want Space City Home Network and just subscribe to that and then have it, which is fucking stupid.
This is no. I legit did not know this was a thing. I thought it was a nationwide thing that was built into the MLB that local things would always. That's bullshit.
And hockey did Victory. There's one team and they're gonna lose in the first round of the Avalanche, and I'm not gonna talk about them, but they did. It's kind of cool because it's a free subscription, but you can download the app and then you can watch their home and away games for free if ESPN blacks it out because it's local.
Yeah.
And so you
That's
don't have
how
to
it
pay
should
anything,
be.
but it's here, watch your team. You wanted to watch your team, here's your fucking team. That's what the stupidest thing is, and they did this with a certain cable company that we don't talk about anymore before, where they were oh, we're not on this. We're only on one, and they've blacked out so many people, and you lose fans. The Astros are very lucky that they have been as good as they have been, because the old Astros in the olden days, when Minute Maid was empty, if you couldn't have accessed it on TV and watched it on Fox Sports Southwest, no one would have watched the Astros.
Yeah.
There was a 3-year span when only a third of the city could even get the games.
Yeah, and
was
that was
crazy.
when they were good too.
No,
right
I
when
think
they
that was
started
when they
being
were
good.
really, really bad.
It was the year that they lost the Royals, which is the year before the year, right?
I don't
They
know.
lost the Royals in 2015.
The
They won
Astros
2017. Okay,
TV
so 2
rights
years
have
before
been a
the year.
mess for the past, it seems 15 years. Like it's stable and it works now, but the fact that there's no direct to consumer absolutely sucks. 2 more years?
At least 2 more years. They didn't like they spoke to some actual executive.
They're not going to let this happen until Jose's retired. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
What do you care? You just listen to the games on radio anyway.
Yeah, but if I could watch them, I would watch them. If I could subscribe to, Space City Home Network, just that.
I 100% would.
If it makes you feel any better, and it won't, the Premier League is easier to watch in the United States than in England. Like if you don't go to the game, they only have like a handful of games that they put on TV, and it's not always even the local teams because like picture if there were 7 Houston teams and they were all playing at like one of the 2 windows. So there's like if you live in London, there's West Ham, there's Arsenal, there's Chelsea, there's like 5 other teams, and oh hey, sorry, West Ham's not on, and like. I like when I like talk shit about West Ham and they're like, "Ooh, fucking Americans!" Like, bitch, I can watch the games more than you can watch the game. Were you at the game today? Fuck you then. Oh, you listened to it because I watched every part of it. I fucking know that wasn't a goal. I saw it on VAR 107 times because Peacock, though they're owned by a shit company, at least provides me the game and I can see it.
I'm getting real close to hating Jim Crane. Like, not only is he the last owner to hold on to, oh no, we want the money from the TV rights exclusive deals. You're not using the fucking money to pay any of the players that you've homegrown.
And you're a billionaire. You could do it all. You could do it all. You could do it all.
You can. You're like, oh, it's just, you can't pay everyone. When you have $1 billion, you can't tell me you can't pay everyone.
You can do anything you want. There's no salary cap. Just do it all.
When you pay everyone,
have you seen the fucking Dodgers?
Really good. And when your team is really fucking good, you sell lots of merch and lots of tickets, and you keep going far in the playoffs, so you get extra playoff revenue. Stop being a cheap fucking billionaire, man. Stop it.
How do you think he got all that money? It wasn't just by spending it.
Well,
Shut the fuck up. He bought a baseball team.
We signed these other really good guys to come in, too. Okay, they're good. So you knew the other guys were good. I'm getting real close.
Yeah.
He's presided over the most successful stretch of Astros history. I mean, 7 consecutive.
There's not
AL.
any other stretch that was anywhere.
But I mean,
near
there's
that.
like in the 90s, they were good. They were in the playoffs every year, but it was never amazing.
They weren't like a
you presided
threat
over
ever.
it because you hit on like 9 draft picks in an amazing fucking way. You just kept hitting on everyone.
Yeah, Jeff
And now
Luhnow.
you're letting it slide away.
Yeah, Jeff Luhnow, and Jeff Luhnow fucking kicked ass. And now he lives in Cancun and he owns a soccer team and just fucking
scapegoated
rocks
Luhnow
it.
and
And AJ Hinch, he's not good or anything. Oh fuck.
look, well, we couldn't
Wait.
re-sign him really because the fucking Red Sox just suspended their guy for a year. They didn't fire him for the same exact shit.
Yep. Yeah, that's a solid, not cool. Solid, not cool, Bobby.
Very good. Now, you actually put me in a bad mood, so that's very good, not cool.
Well, now let's answer some questions. That'll help you out with your bad mood, hopefully. We are going to do the answers segment. This is kind of like, I pitched freighters. Those are our nice, classy cargo pants that we're going to start introducing soon at PassYourAgeMerch.com, I'm assuming, along with our duck hats as well. And flags. Flags are real. Flags will probably really be up there. But answers, if you'd like to submit a question, you got a high thought, a drunk idea, anything, you want some relationship advice, you want any of that, you want us to tell you what color certain numbers are, maybe it'll be Olo next time. I don't know. You want us to tell you what color smells like? All right, we can help you out with that too. Hit us up, ask us any question you want. At Pass Your A Pod on X, use the hashtag PTG Answers. That's how we'll search for them. That's how we search first. Answers or hashtag PTG Answers at Pass Your A Pod on X. You can also email them to us if you don't have X, which I feel like a lot more people have been emailing, but do it on X. Just get X's, guys. Like that way we can all interact with everybody. That's the fun part of it. You can email us, passthegreavypod@gmail.com. Put answers in the subject. That's how we'll search for it, or that's how we'll realize what it's for, and then we can get to those questions that way. But we do prefer X at passthegreavypod, hashtag PTG Answers. This is the answers segment.
Well, if you just answer the question. Why just answer the question? Be honest. No big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
All right, our first question is from Rosie Scott, and Rosie says, does inflation make balloons more valuable?
No, it's like a used car, man. The second you use it, it drops the value.
But with inflation, fiscal inflation.
Also, inflation makes things less valuable because it makes them more expensive, right?
But I would ironically say that it is more expensive to fill a balloon because to fill a physical balloon, to inflate a physical balloon with physical inflating things, fiscally, because of inflation, would make the balloon more valuable, right?
I want to go. I
you're
want
like,
both
yo,
of
I
us to
got-
go on a financial podcast just to watch them go like, dude, if you use any monetary terms around them, the brain shut down completely.
Well, fiscal and physical are very close words, so I was trying to make sure I was saying the right one, but I didn't really know what I was talking about there, so I was trying to put
you
it
had a
together
Michael Scott moment
as
right
it was.
there.
No, I knew where I was going. I didn't know how it made sense as I was saying.
So it was a reverse Michael Scott. You knew the.
I had the plan. I
You knew the
didn't-
destination. You didn't know the route.
Yes, but I knew some of the things along the route.
That's a good fucking thing I just came up with right there. It's a
not-
good saying.
I may know the destination.
I know the destination. I just don't know the route. That sounds like
Will you make a quote card with
Didn't we do like a Southern Grandpa saying list one time, or like we made up
smelling
sayings?
distance to the post office?
Yeah, that would have been a fucking good one.
Will you put a quote card of Pat and just be like, I know the destination, I just don't know the route, and then just put like Walt Whitman.
I mean, people would believe that's well.
Yeah,
that's some.
But it's just
grand
got
saying
Pat's
right
picture.
there.
Like, why is he there? Doesn't matter.
But no, when you inflate the balloon, that at that point means it's used.
I took this as fiscal inflation. Does it make a balloon more valuable?
It was a double entendre.
Yeah. Fuck.
It's less valuable. Think about anything. Once you blow it up, it gets bigger. It's less valuable.
What's the difference between a double entendre and a play on words?
I think it was actually a play on words. I feel like a double entendre is supposed to be sexual, but maybe that's just because I'm a dirty piece of shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Entendre is a French word, dude. I just use words that you knew what I meant.
But I
You knew
definitely
where I was
definitely
going.
think that she meant like she was doing the play on words. Your vote is gone.
A word phrase
Like
that is
right
open
then,
to
Robert,
two interpretations.
I knew the destination. I didn't know the route. Okay.
Make that quote card. Just grab a screen grab of anything from Pat today. Just put that on there. But yeah, no, double entendre is the exact same
I
thing.
was just
as a
going to
play
leave
on
my
words.
phone over there. Thank you, Bobby.
So yeah, I don't know. That's a great question, though. I see what you did there. But inflation. So a non-blown up balloon is not as valuable.
No, a non-blown up balloon is more valuable than a blown up one because the blown up one is used.
Oh, really? Then how come the ones at the grocery stores are more expensive that are blown up?
Oh, that's because of labor.
Labor, which makes them more valuable.
I'm talking.
No.
I don't know.
See?
Shit. See, that was actually a really
See?
good
But no,
point.
that's not
That
how-
was actually a really good point that he
That's
just
not how
made right
value works.
It sort of does.
there. No.
Price is king.
Price and value are two different things. Should we start a financial podcast?
We should. We should. We should.
I hope next week
And it's
someone's
just the
like, I'm
dumbest
trying to
thing.
refinance my home right now. Right now, I've got an 8.2 APR. I'm trying to get it down to a 4.6, and I send us in financial questions, and then just watch our brains start like steaming.
There's a podcast that I'm not going to name that has ads that run on the morning show sometimes that he's like, yeah, just listen to us. We're talking politics or we're talking finances. And then he's like, it shows it's got a clip of it. It's like, so if you got to make your 529 money, do this. I was like, what are you saying? Like my brain is just like, I know some of those. I've heard some of those numbers before. I do not know what that means. Yeah, get your 767 to make the money for you when you use your 529 and your F24 and your F71 Blackbird. I'm like, I think that's a plane. I think that last one was a plane. But I don't know how that works into accounting.
You know how me and you just decided we were going to be out on Squid Games and never learn it? I feel like that's how I am with a 401k.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you know what? You're throwing a lot of numbers and letters at me. I don't want to learn it.
The second I learned that having a 401k didn't mean that you had $401,000, I was out. I was like, oh, I got to put my money in that? No. I thought it was $401,000. I was like, yeah, I'll take that. I'd love a 401k. I'll take two. Just not big finance guys, clearly.
God damn it.
All right. We didn't answer your question
Please
at all,
send in more
Rosie.
financial questions.
I think inflation does make balloons more valuable, but also not more valuable at the same time.
But you're wrong. Value and price are different things.
Physically more valuable, fiscally not more valuable.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
See, there you go. There you go.
You win because my brain is starting to hurt and I can't think anymore.
And that's how I get you. That's your finance minute with Pass the Gravy. All right. Sorry, we're stupid, Rosie. Next question. Let's hope we can improve from here. Andrew Alderman says, can you microdose steroids?
Fuck yeah.
Why wouldn't you be able to?
Yeah, dude. Just keep them flowing through. As long as you're not worried about failing a test.
Yeah, if like I just want to get like, I don't want to get swole, but I just want to get like cut. I just do a little bit less than like a full dose. I don't know it.
It's like I take a little bit throughout the day, not because I'm going to go work out. I just want to be a little bit stronger for picking things up at work.
Okay, yeah.
I microdose steroids to be productive at work.
I feel like it would fuck with your testosterone probably.
So badly.
But I think steroids do that in general.
I think, dude, how bad would it be if I was microdosing steroids and I had to deal with stupid people? I would get fired for yelling at a customer.
But you probably wouldn't have like the full-on steroid rage because you'd be microdosing. You would just have a little bit of it.
Oh, that's a great way to look at it. Maybe microdosing steroids would take away the rage.
Or make it way less.
Yeah. Well, that's what, yeah.
Also, your balls...
just be angry, not raging.
Also, your balls might not shrink as much.
They're just like never hanging.
Like they shrink a little bit because
it's like, you know, when it's really hot outside and they're stuck to your, like, no, I can't do that because they're always tucked a little bit.
Right. Like, yeah, obviously they're going to shrink a little bit because it's steroids, but they're shrinking less because you're microdosing steroids instead of doing like full doses, or is it cycles? It's cycles.
I'm going to bring this to the group chat later because I don't think any of them did steroids, but I've got fitness guys in there. So I'm going to have to ask them, can you microdose steroids? That's a brilliant question. I'm going to say, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of a single downside.
I think you can microdose steroids. Robert, why don't you microdose steroids for us, and we'll use you as our test subject and see how it goes. Thoughts?
I just got to get the plug.
I mean, I think there's also,
Steroid
you could
guys,
say
hit us
in
up.
like a hospital, they probably microdose steroids all the time. They put you on a small steroid regimen to help with a certain medication.
That's a great point. And
Yeah.
I think that you just sold me.
Legal steroids get microdosed all the time. Illegal ones.
Right? Like if you have
Not so
pneumia,
much.
they give you steroids, but that's
Help
not
boost
like
your
a
immune
bunch
system.
of steroids. It's like, here's a little kick. Get you a little kick.
Andy Pettit said that back in the day. I microdosed the steroids to help with my injury.
I hadn't just say you had pneumonia.
I wasn't full on taking them. I was microdosing them.
That's what he.
That's what
should have said.
Tatis will have to say for his next suspension when it happens again.
Well, that's a full year, right?
Yeah, but
And then you're out after that, isn't it?
I'm just saying when it happens again, that's
When
an
it happens
excuse he
again.
can try and use.
So you can play in the Dominican Republic. He'll crush it there.
Japan.
Yeah.
Probably more money in Japan.
The
than
Doosan
we are.
Bears will take him.
What about the Giants? That's the only team I know over there. Is
That-
there a dragon too?
I know there's the Dinos.
There's a dinos?
Yeah, I remember betting on them in the
Why the
pandemic.
fuck doesn't America have any dinosaur mascots? That'd be
They
so
have the
sick.
Raptors.
That's Canada though.
Fuck, you're right. North America.
Uh,
Yeah, well, they'll be ours anyways soon. Yes, you absolutely can microdose steroids.
For sharks.
Sharks.
Totally. Turtly.
We're so helpful today. All right, Quentin Hughes. This is something we're good
This
at.
is one of my favorite questions we've gotten in weeks. I love this
I
one.
saw you commented on this when he tweeted it, and I was like, that's the one we'll use then.
Mm-hmm.
So Quentin Hughes at Q the Ace says, power rank these sounds. A video game system powering up, bubble wrap popping, a muscle car revving its engine, a late night microwave beep, and the perfect dap.
I'll go first.
No, I
since-
want Robert to go
Okay.
first. Robert always goes first.
Fair enough.
All right, my number 5 is a muscle car revving its engine. Every morning between like 5:55 a.m. and 6 a.m., someone turns on their car because they're going to warm it up, I guess. And it always wakes me up just at the start because it's so loud. Exactly.
Thank God you got that hammy. Got a hammy because I'm a tough man, but I'm too much of a pussy not to have it at room temperature when I get in.
Say hammy.
Is that what it is?
Hemi.
Hemi.
Oh, okay. Excuse me. Fucking basically the same
What do
thing.
you want for lunch today? Can you make me a hammy?
No, I didn't say it. It's food.
Number 4, I'm going a late night microwave beep. Because those are also annoying. You don't want those. Number 3, I'm going bubble wrap popping. I think it's more fun to do than it is to hear the sound of.
I'll agree with that.
There.
And then number 2, I'll go perfect dap. Number 1, a video game system powering up.
All right. Good rankings.
Yeah,
Pat.
I'm gonna be pretty close. I put the late night microwave beep last. You don't want it beeping late at night.
That's what I was thinking. Like, if you have, like, I have a kid and it's like, fuck, shut the fuck up. And especially if it beeps again, it's like, beep, 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 beep. It's like, I was doing stuff, man. Hold on. Give me a second. I know. It's food. I smell the food. I'm obviously hungry. I wanted food. I'm not going to forget.
Or like in high school when you like in the middle of the night you were hungry and you got something. God forbid that thing beeps and you wake up your dad.
Yep.
He'd be pissed.
Yep.
What are you doing eating? It's fucking 1. Go to bed. Sorry, I was hungry.
So if you're asleep, we have work.
I'm 16.
Yeah.
I eat all the time. So that, and then 4, I had the car engine. That's all. Anytime I hear a car engine, I make fun of that person immediately. I'm just like, oh, you got a big dick.
Yeah.
Every time. And there's one like on my street. It's never. This one doesn't annoy me so much because it's never like so early that it's inappropriate. But just every time I'm in bed and I just hear.
I like when they pass you and they just floor it and you're like, oh, sick, dude.
I like when they be loud and they're trying to go fast in traffic, and then I pass them in my Corolla.
You see him at the light and you're like, what's up?
I get by you in my little Corolla, and I'm like, see, I did that without sounding like a douchebag.
Now we all know you're slow.
So, yeah, that's 4. Ooh, this is where it gets really tough. I'm going to go the clean dap at 3. This is where we start to get good. The clean dap is a perfect noise. It's one of those things that I don't think chicks will ever understand, but it's just like dudes rock.
A dap is just the fist bump, right?
Oh,
fuck.
That one.
I thought this was a dap.
Well, that is, but like when people talk about it, it's when you get that just that perfect, dude. If you're in like a semi-empty large room and you get like that, and it fills the air.
That's okay. See, I was thinking fist bump.
So good thing you went last. Good thing you went last. All right, 2. I'm gonna go bubble wrap. It is a great sound, but Robert is right. It is a little bit more of just a good feeling. But also the whole process, it hits you in the base of the spine right there.
It's way cooler when you're popping it and hearing that than like if Robert was popping it, it wouldn't be as cool to me.
Yeah, because it just makes me want to do it.
Right. You're like,
It's
give
so
me that,
satisfying.
Robert. I want to pop.
And 1 is just that perfect little Xbox booty-doot.
Yep.
Or like that's what it is now. Anytime. The old PlayStation 2. Oh. Or that was Xbox. What was the PlayStation? PlayStation 2 was that, and then you had to wait and be like, is the game going to load or is it going to get on the frozen screen? Oh, the video game power up has always been a.
We could do just a power ranking of like the jingles, like when you start something up, like the Netflix, boom.
Oh, the N64 though.
HBO wins. Yeah.
There's so that might be what we have to do
And
next
then,
week.
Remember
That's such a good
GoldenEye because
one.
it would shoot it and it would turn red. Yeah, that was sick. I think HBO wins though.
Dude, Halo.
But HBO when it goes, oh, you're like fucking yeah, let's go. And if you ever watched anything like in real time on HBO, but like you're like fuck yeah, it's time. Let's go.
Wake up this morning.
Yeah.
Got my
I didn't watch Sopranos like in real time, but I bet that was just absolutely electric. Absolutely. Like when they do that and then you go into Hard Knocks, the first one, you're like, ha, let's go. All right, I'll go next. Oh, you finished yours?
Yeah.
Okay. I had the perfect dap as 5th, but you just changed my mind because I was like, a fist bump makes no sound, so like that doesn't do anything. But like yeah, you're right. When you do the pop on like the handshake, so I'm gonna go muscle car revving engine at 5, annoying as shit. Late night microwave beep 4. Then I'm gonna go perfect dap. Perfect dap that's way cooler. I'm glad that you guys specified that for me. Then I'm gonna go bubble wrap because of all of y'all's logic, and then I'll go the video game console start.
I think this is the closest we've ever all been together on one.
And if your girlfriend or wife had to power rank it, the video game would probably be the last one.
See, that's the thing. Some guys out there are probably like, well, dude, that's what my video game system turning on is the microwave beep to my girlfriend. You got the wrong girl, dude. If she gets so mad at hearing the sound of your video game system, she doesn't want you to be happy, dude.
Because to me,
Go off, King. And I literally go off away from her.
But like the video game, it means I got all my shit done. I got a little bit of time to myself right now, and I'm just gonna hit up the boys and be like, anybody want to get on? Y'all want to run a few tonight? Let's go.
Anybody else want to snipe a cartoon character in the face? Let's do this.
Okay, let's hop on. Let's hop on. And you're like, fuck yeah, it's time. It's a Friday night. You got nothing to do. You're like,
I just got called up as
mine.
right fielder for the Astros. I'm gonna go hit some dingers.
Great power rankings, Quentin. Great work
Great
right there,
list.
buddy. Great work right there. All right, next one is from Greg Midley. And Greg says, why do grocery store chickens cost less than the raw, uncooked ones?
Oh, he means like a rotisserie chicken. Like a cooked rotisserie.
Yeah. Okay. Why do grocery store rotisserie chickens cost less than the raw, uncooked ones?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've seen a full chicken uncooked. It's always the broken down parts. Like chicken breasts, thighs, legs, all that stuff. The whole chicken would probably be cheaper than the cooked one. Because then you have to process it yourself.
My guess,
you're paying for the labor of somebody else cutting it apart.
Rotisserie chickens are pretty cheap. My guess would be that it's the whole chicken that was about to expire, and they're like, guess what we could do instead of having to throw this out, because no one's going to buy one that's about to expire. What if we just
conspiracy, Alex?
What if we just rotisseried it and then we made a couple bucks on an entire loss instead of having to throw this out or feed it to Joe Exotic's tigers? Then we can just make a rotisserie chicken, and then Pat will come in high and want a rotisserie chicken for dinner, so he'll do that.
That's a good point. Like how you got a bunch of ingredients in the fridge, and you're like, fuck, this ground beef's about to go. All right, we're making pasta meat sauce tonight.
Like you work in a restaurant,
goes.
do they use like leftover bread for like breadcrumbs and shit like that?
No, we use our burger buns and cut them up as our croutons.
Okay. But see, like you won't want stuff to go to waste, so you're like, we're either going to take a loss for this or rotisserie that bitch, and we're good.
This whole time I thought by raw uncooked chickens he meant eggs. Like why are the like rotisserie?
What if he
chickens-
did and we just didn't pick up on any of that? I don't know. I've been fooled by wordplay today already. Like they're not answering any of our shit.
I don't know. See, that's the thing. I don't know if it does. Also, I feel like the chickens that are getting rotisserie are probably smaller than the ones that are cut into pieces. But no, not necessarily, because you buy drumsticks and they're going to be the same size as that one. I don't know. That's weird. Maybe the ones that get cooked are just raised a lot cheaper because they're raised to be cooked before point of sale to the customer.
There's always rotisserie chickens though when you go to the grocery store, and I feel like it has to be just like whatever the one that's about to go bad today is, get it out of the way, because it's gonna be either not eaten anyways or it was sitting there frozen. Maybe it looks more appealing. It smells delicious. I know that.
No, because I don't think in the grocery store they're doing all the processing of the chicken. I think it gets processed and then shipped to the store. So like you're not getting full. That's why you never see a full chicken at HEB, like a full raw chicken to buy.
Never
You're only
looked
getting
for
the
one.
pieces.
I usually just look for chicken
Because
breast.
they get processed back at a plant and then shipped to the store. The ones that come for rotisserie chicken, they are to be cooked.
What about
as
beer
a
can
rotisserie.
chicken? You have to get the whole ones there.
That's true.
Yeah, you get chickens like you would a turkey.
Yeah.
Do you have to just go ask it? I'm just saying I never see them on display. Oh, maybe frozen ones you
Yeah,
see? Oh,
yeah.
frozen. Yeah, that's true.
Like where you would get frozen turkeys
And
from.
so the
I don't know.
old-
I don't buy it. I have to look at the price of a frozen turkey.
the old frozen ones that are about to go bad, they're like, maybe we can either turn this into something or it was nothing anyways. Just throw it
They're
on our-
frozen though. They shouldn't be about to go bad. They're frozen.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
But maybe as they rotate, I've never thought about where the rotisserie chickens come from.
Neither had I.
That's a good point. I think you are probably right. It's probably frozen ones that haven't gotten sold, so they just rotisserie them.
Because just knowing like, and when I worked in like a pizza place and it was like leftover dough you'd use for other stuff like that. So like, you don't want to be wasteful. I mean, some places don't care, but most companies that are successful don't take losses when they could.
No, you use
Avoid it.
every piece of the animal that you can. That's a great question. Did we learn something?
We might have.
We probably learned the wrong thing.
We're probably wrong on what we're saying anyways, but Greg Midley, welcome to the pod. Hopefully you learned from us, learned about us from WrestleMania.
I might now. I've never done it, but now I want to make beer can chicken. You can do that in the oven, right? I always see it on a grill.
See it on a grill.
I don't have a grill.
Come to my house. We'll do it on a grill. Y'all have me in the new pad, dude. Come to the new pad. We'll have some beer can chicken. For Sam, I'll do beer can, something that's like chicken.
Maybe Saturday draft.
Ooh, I have a crawfish cook-off. Crawfish cook-off, by the way, Cactus Cove, Houston.com. Come hang out. It's at Cactus Cove. It's going to be sick. It's going to be me, my good buddy Chili. And if you get your wristband, you're going to get to have crawfish from the 10 teams that are there. You get to sample it. You get your little ticket to drop it in, to vote. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's beer. There's beer babes, live music, Zydeco bands.
Beer
it's gonna
babes.
Be beer babes. I mean, I'm assuming there will be women there. And also Elle's going to be there too. So literal babe. And then probably other babes. Baby and babes as well. My wife will be there too. Total babe, but you can't touch her. Don't touch her. She's mine. I got dibs.
I'm going to show up now and just like walk up and be like,
Don't.
touched her.
Don't. I'll be like on the mic announcing with, hey, Pat, no, don't.
You just see me running through the crowd like the fucking orc from Lord of the Rings 2.
This is a podcast that kind of went off the rails. But yeah, CactusCoveHouston.com. Get your wristbands. Get more information there. It's going down from noon to 5. We'll be hanging out. Maybe Sunday draft? No, Houston clothing swap.
Yeah, you got the clothing swap.
I know. We'll do beer can.
We'll figure it out.
Ooh. Although I was going to pitch this later.
I would say Friday night, but I already have something.
No, I also have something Friday night as well. Kentucky Derby is win.
Oh, we repeat last year?
We did get pretty wasted last year watching Kentucky Derby. But I was also thinking if we don't do that, we could pick another night for that and then do a Gravy Gang goes to Sam Houston Race Park. We could watch Kentucky Derby with everybody else.
Well, I would love to watch it with the Gravy Gang. General other people.
May 3rd.
Like going somewhere there to then watch it on TV
that's
seems
like
a little.
next week. So I don't know. Next weekend?
Yeah, I got nothing planned for next week. I usually don't have anything planned forever in my life.
Okay.
It's just when somebody asks me
Next
something.
weekend, Robert, you down?
I think so.
All right.
It's cool to see your new place.
Yeah, it's tight. It's got 2
Robert's
stories.
going to love that last minute cancellation he's going to give us. It's going to feel so good.
That's fine though. All right.
Tentatively,
we'll
next
figure this
week,
out. We
beer
don't need to
can
make
chicken.
plans for us like during the podcast. We'll cut that part out. All right. Last question this week is from Abby Givens, another person in the running for MVP. Abby Givens at Abby Givens 17 on X. She says, "What is the point of AM and PM times? Why did that ever become a thing? Why don't we just always use military time?"
I fucking hate military time so much.
My answer.
So do I.
My answer is just that people are bad at math.
Well, we grew up learning the 12. You can't ask people to relearn in the middle of it.
When I enter on my time card, I have to do military time, so I'm pretty good at military
I
time.
know it. It's fine.
Not that
It's
hard.
easy. It's not. My buddy who is in the military, in the group chat, he used to always be like, "I'll be online for gaming at fucking 18:30," and I'm like, "God damn it, Vince! If you don't fucking say 6:30, I'm gonna punch you in the fucking mouth next time I see you."
But it is like, why do we like digital clocks more than regular analog clocks? Because it takes me, I have to be like 5:10.
That's probably the reason it's clocks. So you didn't have to have all 24 on one. Like, dude, we can just 12 and double it up.
Yeah.
You only have to paint 12 numbers on this clock now?
And math.
Well,
Math is also probably, because then like you had probably a bunch of people that would show up 2 hours earlier, an hour late, and be like, "Oh, bro, I thought by 1800 you meant that. Fuck, that's on me."
but that was the thing if we were just using
Now you're just converting.
I don't know.
It does make more sense.
Military time makes more sense. But
Well, the
we've
answer
all
is-
learned it the other way, and I don't want to change.
More people are not in the military than are in the military.
Fact.
So that would also probably be why. Do you see?
It's just easier.
Do you have like?
I don't know
I
why
guess
it's
your friend
easier.
probably does that. I remember Chris that did the podcast with us before would have his phone on military time, and it infuriated me. for
I hate
no
it.
reason.
I hate it when I see it.
I was
I
like,
don't know
why?
why.
Why is it 13 o'clock right now? Huh? What's that? What is that? What the fuck, dude? You don't know what one
Yeah,
is?
If I look at a clock and I don't see that number on the clock, your time does not exist. You're trying. That's what they're doing. They're trying to time travel.
yeah.
Because I don't understand your time. I can't tell what time you were here. You're trying to get away with crimes. You're criminals, is
Yep.
what you are.
Yep. Math is the real reason, but
People are stupid. That's the reason.
yeah. Yeah, and clocks. It's a good call. I think we just gave you 4 different answers for it. So one of those.
Pick one.
Pick whichever one you like the most.
It's a
Abby.
choose your own adventure at this point.
Great question, Abby. We love how much Abby's been. Abby, Andrew, Rosie, I think it's been a minute. I don't
Abby's
think Greg's
given us a lot of content.
Abby has given us a lot of content. But I think Andrew and Rosie we heard from before. Obviously, Quentin we've heard from. He had a great power rankings. Greg, welcome to the pod, buddy. Welcome to the pod. Keep them coming, gang. We love you guys. If you have any questions for us, at Past Grade Pod, hashtag PTG Answers. Hit us up. Crawfish Cook-Off, Cactus Cove Houston, cactuscovehouston.com for more information from noon to 5. Come hang out. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be hanging out all day, and we're going to be partying. I am at Alex J. Middleton on all socials. Pat's at Not Pat Dion on all socials. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03 on all socials. One last time, Houston Clothing Swap this Sunday. Sawyer Station. Yeah.
You can find the exact address at Houston Clothing Swap on Instagram.
At Houston Clothing Swap. And if you get any sick gear that was mine, like, fuck yeah. I hooked you up. All right? Love you guys. You're the best. Oh, almost forgot. Let's do a random celebrity. Jennifer.
Wayne Gretzky.
Dwayne Jetski, more like. That's what Jennifer Coolidge calls him. Dwayne Jetski.
Who do you guys have?
I am going to go Madonna again. I'm going to run back with Madonna.
I'm going to go Ryan Gosling.
Madonna.
You don't even have pulled it up. What a
Wayne
rookie.
Gretzky.
You want me to tell a joke while you're pulling it up?
It's a button. Michael Jackson, Maggie Smith, Chloe Grace Moretz. Whatever. Jeremy Irons, Josh Gibson, Edwin Moses, Mel Giddoria Rich. Not our people. All right. Blur, Bear Grylls, Charlie State, Charles Chaplin, Jim Carrey, Pete Sampras, Heath Ledger, Robert Benigni. All right, run it back.
One more.
Adele, Jude Law, Frank Sinatra, Gordie Howe, Gloria Swanson, Philip Schoenfeld, Joe Montana, Glenn Close. Nope.
Damn.
Ironically, Glenn Close, we were not even close.
Glenn, not so close, am I right?
And on that note, we love you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. Hopefully, we will see you at the Cactus Cove Crawfish Cook-Off and Houston Clothing Swap this weekend. Until next time, pass the gravy. Yeah, bitches!
Gravy, gang, gang, gang. Baby, pop the top and let it spread. As we're listening to Pass the Gravy. We're going fishing for your bitch today. We're drunk in Houston, Houston, baby. And we